Hello, 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 my wonderful, wonderful minions and viewers. Joe, you're my minion.
Am I?
Yeah, look at you. You're tiny and you sat at the desk.
I mean, I may be tiny and sat on a desk, but at least I have like an air of dominance, and I don't crash your PC.
I have a smug sense of superiority. I think I win this. I have the throne after all. But welcome to our New Year's stream. Woo! So we're gonna have a pretty.
Neither of us can raise our arms on your stream to show any form of excitement.
All I can do is wiggle away.
Tom, do a backflip on camera. See what the tracking does.
Hang on. Can I even? No, shit. Hang on. No, I have to do it on here, don't I? I can do a backflip. Don't you worry. Ah, that's the zoom. How do I spin? How do I spin? Is it? Is my model locked? Let's unlock that. How do I? I don't know how to spin. Shit.
Tom, just do a backflip. For God's sake.
Oh wow! Whoa. Okay, that's close enough, right?
You're making noises, but your thing's like delayed.
Yeah, you can't see it. Sucks to be.
Oh,
you.
you just did the rotating circles.
Yeah, because I can't remember how to spin my model around. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I don't need to spin my. Oh shit! Move myself a little bit. Yeah, I don't need to spin around.
So having a look at what my dad was looking at on Amazon.
Oh boy, yeah.
The first thing that comes up is a Sans body pillow.
Sans body pillow. No, I don't dare search that.
And then it quickly gets worse.
Is there an Among Us one?
No.
No?
But they're on naked furries.
Is this actually the history or is this just recommended?
This says, this just says continue browsing.
Okay, so you may have searched body pillow and something vaguely similar came up.
I mean, they're all body pillows.
They might have been looking for something for you for Christmas, or a body pillow.
Maybe. Other things that come up is a keep calm and hug a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Okay, I was worried where that was going.
Cancelled.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be some racial slurs then.
No. No, we're not her stand, Tom. Another thing is Yamonic funny Danny DeVito sequin decorative pillow.
Oh no, that's Pog. Like that's not a joke. That is just that's a great present. Get us to that little gremlin boy pillow.
Let's have a look. There's a pillow cover that is just the Sonic the Hedgehog poster.
Yeah, that's questionable, but could be worse.
Yeah, could be worse.
Could be significantly worse.
A lot of them are just posters put on. Oh, and
sounds like display.
My Hero Aka Bakugo body pillow.
Yes, Heidi would want that. Shame she can't join us tonight. She's gone out for the night.
Wow, imagine going out.
Yeah, imagine being social. What the fuck? Why be social when you can just hang out in a Discord with people?
Exactly. One that's come up is Kawaii Furry Double-Sided Hugs Body Pillowcase.
You know what, Joe? Stop looking at the fucking body pillows. We don't need to see more furry shit.
They're not even body pillows, these ones. These are, like, I've got a You're Finally Awake from Skyrim as a pillowcase.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm actually surprised I've not seen that before, or heard of it before. That is actually kind of low-key genius. But shall we segue from your family's Amazon shopping to?
Oh, we can segue to mine if you want.
No, we don't. No, we're not looking at your family. Your shopping either. I don't want to know what weird shit you buy.
Sequin Danny DeVito pillows.
Yes, Danny DeVito's popular, my dude.
I know, but I didn't realize there'd be so many different sequin ones.
Yeah, I've just realised I've had the music playing the whole time. Oopsies. Was supposed to have turned that off. I'm professional streamer. Very big professional stream. So before we move into our first section, I just want to plug something real quick. This background and this chair that I'm sat on, this was something I'd prepared a long time ago for something completely different, which just hasn't panned out and may make a return at some point. I'm not going to reveal what it is yet because next year that might end up becoming a thing still. So, but for now, I hope you guys enjoy the actual art assets I've got because these are all made by me. So I'm actually quite happy with them. They look quite good on stream actually.
Tom,
But
I just realized you're using my wrong avatar.
oh yeah, I haven't updated your avatar. I'm so sorry.
God damn it.
I'll have to get around and do it. I mean, it's basically just a redraw of the draw of it. To be fair.
I'm currently reading through the reviews of the "Hey you, you're finally awake" pillow. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Waking up to Roloff makes me feel safe and warm, knowing a big strong man is watching over me. My girlfriend doesn't like him though.
Oh my god. So, this year, 2021, it's been a weird year, hasn't it, Joe?
You could say that. About as weird as my body pillow searches.
Yeah, we don't talk about those, Joe. Nobody wants to
I mean, they're
know.
not mine, to be fair. But, you know.
Yeah. But a lot of weird stuff's happened. Obviously, we've been in our second year of COVID bullshit.
Let's watch YouTube Rewind 2021, right?
Yeah, that's a thing. Woo. Oh, I'm so glad they decided to kick the bucket with that stuff. I did remember they said this year though it would return in some form, didn't they?
By that, is that the interactive thing, the YouTube Escape 2021?
I don't. What is that? I don't know what that is.
I'm just going to.
Yeah, I've loaded your
Apparently there
new
was a
avatar.
BTS concert in Minecraft.
There was a BTS concert in Minecraft.
Apparently.
If you'd said what's it, Fortnite, I'd have believed you. But BTS, really? Not BTS, sorry, Minecraft, really?
Yeah, because of the
How does that even work?
because of the 1 trillion views. But yeah, it's real. It is completely copyrighted, but it is a thing.
How does that even work though? Like how would they perform the music and all that in it?
I'm looking at it now. It's some really well scripted Minecraft.
Let's see if we can bring it up real quick. Is it on YouTube?
It is copyrighted.
If we don't have the audio, we reckon we'll be okay. Or with some
Yeah,
screenshots.
I can
BTS
take you to. I will send you a
Minecraft.
link to the timestamp where it
So,
starts.
let's just see if what we can find on the Google Images, I guess, just in case.
Here's where it starts on the thingy video.
So here we go. We've bought. I'll crop this a little bit for you guys, just so that you can get a bit more on screen. Let's see from the top. How much should I crop off? 400? No. 300? 100. Yeah, that'd do. So. Oh shit. Getting the right things to move. There we go. It's nice and big on stream for you. So, yeah. Is that all like preset animation?
I have no idea.
Well, my main out of like how they've done this, what is the like the way they did the audio? Because this has to be just pre-scripted animations like the.
Yeah.
No, is it just a Minecraft themed concert and not? Was it actually done in Minecraft?
I mean, I sent you the video it was sourced from.
Fuck it. We're let me just check that Windows Capture doesn't have audio. I don't think it does. Like Discord, video cap, desktop. Okay, yeah, all that's got audio off, so hopefully that cover us. I'll put it in on here. So that timestamp. Crowd cheering. Yep.
I can't tell if they're on stacks of pancakes.
Stacks of that sounds like a euphemism for drugs.
No, they look like they're performing on stacks of pancakes.
Oh yeah. I can't bring up videos on here. Hang on, just 2 seconds. I can. I will. It's just because I've got to put it through my mixer. Yeah, I don't have any outputs for it. That should do it, and then we reload the video. Okay, I'm just muting that because I don't want to hear like being blasted at. Oh wow, it actually is. I'm alright. The thing that genuinely surprises me about this, obviously, well, oh god, Dream was here. Oh dear. Like, it looks very well done. It looks very much like in lieu of the Fortnite events. So I don't know if you've ever seen any of the Fortnite events.
I saw the Easy Life one.
I saw their like one of their season changes where they flipped the island recently. Like, I was impressed. I was genuinely impressed with what they did for that. Like, having never seen any of the Fortnite events, I just assumed they were shitty mini games. Like most games. No, they're fair play to them. They've put some fucking cracking effort in. But this is really well done. This is all preset animation, obviously. I was just surprised that it's on base Minecraft because I didn't think they actually had like animated joints in base Minecraft. So I know that's a thing in like a lot of the Minecraft themed animation stuff, but no, you know what? Fair play to the company who made that possible. Like, I don't know whether this is Mojang's doing, whether it was like a modding team or something like that, combination of all of the above. But they did a fucking bang up job. I mean, look at that. Like, they're flying around on clouds and shit.
Yeah.
That's just clever. Nah, fucking good job, guys. So yeah, very weird year it's been. Fucking who would have thought we'd see the day where a K-pop band would be performing a live concert in Minecraft of all things? Jesus, what the hell has happened this year, man? So, talking about games, we talked about the Games Awards not too long ago, didn't we? We talked about
we say not too long ago. That was my last stream, and that feels like years ago.
It was only 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine. But so we talked about the Games Awards, and we talked about, what games we're excited for from the announcements, like what we thought about the games talked about. So I have a question for you. What, for you personally, was your game of the year? Now, it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a game that released this year. What game for you this year was like the big one for you?
Now, I will say that this year I finally got to sit down and play Katana Zero.
Katana Zero.
Yeah, and that was that was just all round chef's kiss.
So for those of you who do not know what Katana Zero is, Katana Zero was a very cool indie game, which was basically kind of like a time stop action game. Because it was a time stop, wasn't it? It's been a long time since I played it.
So I always have to be careful how I say this because the narrative in this game, any spoilers will heavily damage how you perceive the game.
Yeah.
Because then, but in short, you play as an assassin who uses a katana as his weapon with the power of precognition.
Essentially, it's time stop. Or at least like significant slowdown of time.
You can slow down time as one of your ability things.
Yeah.
But fundamentally, you play as a guy with the power of precognition. doing contracts for your therapist, who is also your contractor.
So yeah, it's a pretty cool little action game. I've played it myself. I actually really enjoyed it. I have been waiting because I remember the guy announced like he was going to do an like a free DLC or something to the game or an expansion of some sort.
Yes.
That's been 2 years now, hasn't it?
Uh, if you remember, I did tell you about the like how they did progress updates at one point.
I think you did, yeah. I can't see anything on Steam about it because I just looked at it on my thing and like it's been so long since there's been any activity on there. It's not loaded anything at all. Uh, so yeah, I'm waiting to see more of that. When that comes out, I will definitely be streaming that at some point, if it comes out. Because obviously, I haven't had.
Okay, yeah. Wait, was it the Twitter that I showed you last time?
I can't remember. I think you told me about it, but I forgot to look at it. Probably. Here's a little Giga Channel
Uh,
there.
so I know this is a while ago.
Pause.
Currently, just a quick search. The last thing I can see is March 2021.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've heard anything about the game. Basically,
Mhm.
I'm hoping it's still in development and things are going well because it was a really fun game, and it would be a shame for it to just disappear off the planet like that. It does have a Switch release as well, which
It
I was
does.
surprised at.
I've been trying to pressure one of my uni buddies to get it. He said he was going to do it over Christmas, but whether or not he does, completely different.
Yeah, I mean you can't force them to play a game.
No, but
So
as someone who like I'm like it's sort of so like he'll give me games which is like you have to play this and share your thoughts. It's sort of a mutual thing.
yeah. So I last played Katana Zero in 2019 myself. Oh, it's for those who are interested as well. It's 40% off on Steam right now. Because I've just brought up the Steam page. Yeah, it's definitely a really good game. It's worth your money, definitely. Like
Yeah.
it's worth the normal asking price, let alone the discounted asking price. It's down to £6.83, which is about what $8 for American viewers.
Uh, Something like that.
Yeah, about $8. Like so, it and for the amount of I got about 4 hours out of it, which is a decent amount of gameplay nowadays. For a single player game, which uh I don't think it had too much replayability. I can't really remember. It's been a long time.
I'd say that you uh me- I mean, so you'd have your first playthrough, which would be like big one.
Yeah.
You might have a second playthrough, depending on if you want to see different choices.
Oh yeah, there were choices, weren't there, throughout the game?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Uh,
there's just like it has a time record, doesn't it, of how quick it took to do your mission, didn't it? Doesn't it?
I can't remember.
I feel like it had like a time trial aspect to it. Yeah.
The main thing I remember is that depending on I, so there's the first, so you've got the tutorial contract. You've then got your first contract in the game, which is like enforcing the basic mechanics you've learned. And then you get to which has like some minor choices and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you get to your third one, and that's the one that really starts to shape the game. Because like depending on how you act on it, it can completely change the later missions.
Yeah.
It's very subtle, but it works to great avail.
Now, when you said Katana Zero was your game of the year, I was a little surprised because I know you played a shit ton of Creeper World this year, didn't you?
I did play quite a bit of Creeper World. I played
Um,
75.2 hours of Creeper World, as a
yeah.
matter of fact.
So I was kind of, to a degree, expecting that to sort of be your game of the year because you've actually put in triple the game time I have, which
Uh,
is. I thought I'd played a lot
it
of Creeper World.
I mean, Creeper World is an amazing game, and I would thoroughly recommend it to anyone. But it's just a case of like, uh, just how it is. It doesn't feel like it feels really competently made and really fun, but it doesn't feel like an outlier sort of thing.
Yeah,
It feels like this is just an example of a strong game.
yeah. It is very like uh, has no major faults, but has nothing to sort of call out majorly either for praise.
No, it
It's
sticks to its
solid and it does what
fundamentals. Yeah,
solid and does what it says on the tin.
I would somewhat say even so. I know you know this about me, Tom, but I don't particularly like Demon Slayer as an anime.
I didn't actually know
Okay, well I don't particularly.
that.
And then for Christmas, based purely on the mechanical stuff and seeing that you had it, I got Demon Slayer, like the Kimetsu no Yaiba game.
Yes.
And yesterday, after putting 12 hours into it, I 100%ed it. So clearly, it's done something right.
Yeah.
Uh, and I would also put that as a good example of a strong game.
Yeah.
It
Did
isn't
a,
noteworthy, particularly like saying, "Oh, this could be game of the year," or like it's a strong game and it's good in the same vein as Creeper World.
I'd say it's from an anime game's perspective at the very least. Uh, I'd say it's actually a pretty notable game, just from the fact that it's rare to see an anime game or an anime adaptation game actually be a fun game to play.
Hmm.
Like I've streamed a little bit on this channel. I'm sure some of you guys have seen it. It's just a really well done adaptation of the main story, pretty much. Apart from some of the later chapters, from what I've heard, and
You
you know
mean
the
from what you've heard from me?
yes.
I mean, I don't really. So for reference, my experience with the anime was uh, I watched the first 10 or 11 episodes, and then I just sort of stopped.
I mean, that's fair. Like, Demon Slayer's story is very simple, but it does its simplicity well. And some people don't want a simple story at the end of the day.
Hmm.
I think episode 19 was the peak of season 1. It was the one which trended globally on Twitter. Uh, so you remember the joke character that you were like, I don't know who this guy is, but I want to see what his special is.
Yeah, you mean Muratam, best boy.
Yes, he's actually from the arc
He's from the
episode
Spider arc.
99. Yeah, which you were just short of, I think, which was like one of the strongest parts of the season. Uh, Obviously he was just a random jobber, and I'm so surprised they added into the game, but I'm glad they did.
I love the fact that they did. I did his training missions as a part of the game, which, if you don't know, traditional to most fighting games, you'll have like the practice modes and everything. In Demon Slayer, you have the training thing, which is each character is an instructor, and then you have to do set challenges for each rank. He is the only one which I've 100%ed, just because he is best boy, and the fact he's so humorous in the way which he's like, "Wait, I'm training you."
um,
Like there's a mistake, but
yeah,
okay.
he
But
was.
yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, he was a little jobber, but I'm glad they included him. It was like I really questioned it when I saw the announcement for it, but having seen how they implemented him, yeah, that was really well done, actually. Love it. So, any other games which was sort of notable for you for this year?
Well, just in general, I got to play Dead Cells again and fall back in love with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had been about a year since I last played Dead Cells, and then I got it again at Christmas. Played through it for a few hours, and like, yeah, I can safely say this is one of my all-time favorites.
So, for those of us who haven't played Dead Cells or don't know what Dead Cells is, do you want to give us a little quick description?
So it is a roguelike Metroidvania, or as the developers call it, a Roguevania. And it's just side-scrolling action, uh, it, killing bad guys, then killing bosses, getting good loot, and rinse and repeat. Obviously, there's a lot more to it, like intricacy-wise, but
Yeah.
it's just such a fun and polished and beautiful game. I can't fault it. And then they've also like it's won various rewards for Game of the Year and Best Action Games and nominations, etc., etc. I
Yeah.
believe on the 6th of January they're releasing another DLC for it.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh,
which is
yes. The Queen and the
The
Sea.
Queen and the Sea.
Yeah, 6th of January. So, for those who are vaguely interested in that, might be more reason to get into it.
It
Especially as the
also
base
has a
games are on
bopping
discount.
soundtrack. Like, I, if you can put it on your stream, Tom, I would recommend putting on, because I know that they're not copyright because they're game soundtracks.
Are you sure about that? Because some game soundtracks still are. I wouldn't know where to find it, so I'd rather not risk it.
I mean, I can tell you 2 songs to look for specifically. And that is the oh god, I can't even forget this. I can't even remember the second one. The first one's the Clock Tower soundtrack.
Okay. What's...
So you've and then Fractured Shrines.
Fractured
Clock
Shrine.
Tower and Fractured Shrines. They are beautiful soundtracks.
So for those of you at home who are watching, go check out those soundtracks because I can't show them off on here just in case. I don't want to risk
I'm
it.
going to check for you right now, Tom. My browser has just completely frozen though, so that's not too good.
Yeah. So those.
No, it's not copyrighted.
All right. Well, can you send me a link to it just so I'm on the right one, just to be extra safe?
Yeah. So this is the Fatal Falls one.
Because I'll just put those into the background. So those sort of your game, like notable games of the year kind of thing. Like with your game of the year being obviously
Katana Zero.
Katana Zero. There we go. Boom, boom. Piss off ads. I don't care about League of Legends.
Just after 10.
There we go.
Can do.
You good?
Can you? Oh.
Joe? Oh, what Joe's doing?
Hello.
Hello. Oh, hey Joe. What was that all about?
Sorry. I think I unmuted mid-conversation by accident trying
yeah.
to grasp my mute button. Oh well.
Oh dear. So yeah, with your sort of notable games of the year and your game of the years out of the way, I am going to...
You have no right to display yours, so we'll just move on to the next topic.
Fuck you, I'm the host. So for me, my game of the year, and until recently I hadn't thought about it, because obviously I wanted to talk about it on this, but I never really sat down and thought, like, what game has been my game of the year. Now, there's two who are fighting basically neck and neck, and they're the exact same genre of game. But I'm going to give it an edge.
List the nominations, because then I want to take a guess.
Pardon?
List the nominations.
Okay. The nominations are Muse Dash and Friday Night Funkin'.
Ooh, I think you'll pick Muse Dash.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna give the edge to Muse Dash just because it has so much official content, like dropped regularly with it, and it's usually pretty good. So, for those of you who don't know, Muse Dash is a rhythm game, and honestly, it has a pretty good pricing system. It costs you about without a sale on it, it costs you 28 quid for the whole game. They charge you like £1 for the they charge you about 3 quid for the base game, of which you'll get all the base game songs, and then they have a free song every week. Or you can just pay what is now £16.89, what is usually about 26 quid, and buy all songs on the PC version, both future and present. So it's a one purchase, and you are guaranteed all content forever. Which, considering I've got the mobile version too, and you have to buy each DLC separately, and there's no like sort of one purchase fits all kind of thing. Really good. Really glad that I can just buy everything and not have to worry about ever having to buy new DLCs, etc. and to be honest, it's more than worth its money. But it is such a simple but solid rhythm game with only 2 lanes and 4 buttons between those 2 lanes. Like, you can do some pretty good stuff. The beat tracks are always on point. I've yet to find one I don't like. The characters, there's like lots of different characters. They all have different effects as well, so it's not just skins. But to be honest, you can use any character you want, really. But there's some which make things a bit more challenging. There's one which auto plays for you. Like, it'd be nice to have the option to use them as skins too. But it's good that they have like an actual mechanic around them and around the little follower you have. They even had some all sorts of different artists in, and they've crossed over with other rhythm games. They've crossed over with Groove Coaster before. Hey Fox, how you doing? They've crossed over. They have a Hololive song on there, Fubuki's Say Fanfare, I think it is. They have Boogie Vox on there. Like, all this is, official content too. So, like, I don't know if you can mod this game, but it's definitely worth it. It's a very fun little rhythm game. And as for the game that sort of, nearly took the top spot for me, many of you may know it, Friday Night Funkin'. Opening up the images feels risky, but I won't scroll down any further because this was a...
I like how you put Funky Night Funkin'.
Oh shit, yeah, I did.
Stopped at Funky. No, like, you stopped at Funky to start off with, and then you still went all the way with it.
Yeah. Yeah, so Friday Night Funkin', this was developed by Newgrounds. If anyone knows anything about Newgrounds, you know that that website is like the Wild West still, and it's all the better for it because of it. Because you get some of the crazy projects, and this I think was made as a game jam originally, which just exploded in popularity when it came out. It's relatively easy to mod it from what I've heard, and the community has just made insane mods out there, and they are actually developing a full game now, of which there was a Patreon campaign earlier in the year for, after the release of Week 7. And honestly, I'm looking forward to the full release because they've promised quite a lot, and I'm hoping they can deliver. They've included like new difficulty modes, which completely remix the songs, being able to play as different characters, like a huge amount of new soundtracks. It's a very ambitious project, and I'm hoping to see it. But these 2 games have taken up a lot of time for me this year, like playing them. And by playing one, it helped me, in a way, get better at the others. And yeah, these 2 have been sort of like, these were the top contenders for my game of the year, personally. Friday Night Funkin' just taking second, only because of a lack of official content, and there is, as far as I'm aware, because I haven't played Friday Night Funkin' for about 3-4 months now, I don't think there's a mod manager yet which can allow you to just load mods interchangeably or load a bunch together at once. I don't know if that's become a thing yet. I hope it does, because having to launch a new client and modify a new client for each new mod was a bit of a pain, and is one of the things that stopped me streaming it in the past.
Now, Tom, I'll be honest, based on the amount of hours you put into this game, I thought VTube Studio would be your game of the year.
How many hours have I put into VTube Studio?
122.
Which means I haven't even streamed for that long. Because
I streamed that much in like a month when I was relevant.
When you were relevant. Get back to your corner, you gremlin. You're not relevant now.
No, I'm
not. Yeah, no. Obviously, I play around with a lot because that's what makes this happen. This beautiful face you're seeing wiggle around in front of you now. I was playing around with it quite a bit before I started streaming. Testing out my avatar, seeing what face tracking software actually can do. Because I was interested just from the technology aspect from face tracking. But yeah. As for other games...
what I'm surprised about?
What's
I'm
that?
surprised you didn't put Find Love or Die Trying.
That was one of the games I was just about to mention, actually. Talking
Ah,
about some of the games this year, which were strong favourite games for me for this year, but didn't quite take it. So, Find Love or Die Trying was, yeah, again, something I streamed. I just saw it on Steam one day in the free to play section. I was just like, ah, this is a fun looking little visual novel. Like, some of the screenshots look goofy. We'll give it a go, do it one night. What's the worst that could happen? So anyway, I did 2 live streams and I don't regret a single second of it. And I even went on to review the game on Steam, which I don't do often. I absolutely loved this game to pieces. And I'm glad that, essentially from what I read from like the dev notes, this game was basically a fever dream that, somehow turned into a actual project. And I definitely say give it a go. Like, it's not really got any replayability. You could probably just drop a save because there's only one decision in the entire game, and it's right near the end, really. The story is actually pretty good. It's just good fun overall, and I had a blast streaming it, and I went on to actually buy the fan pack for it. So I have the soundtrack all on my computer and all the concept art, and it was interesting seeing the design process of how they changed the character designs, and they even talked about like what order the characters were designed in. Yeah, it was just a fun little visual novel, and seeing as it doesn't cost you anything, I would recommend you guys try it. Yes, Fox, I would love to see you stream this game. I would definitely be like turned up if I was able to come and watch it. I want to see your take on it, and I want to see who you pick. But yeah, it's very fun. It's about 8 hours long, I think it was.
I think you played it for 7 point something hours.
Yeah, 7.2. So it's about 7 hours long. So it's a decent amount of time. It's enough for about like 2 streams. Yeah, just a very likable cast. So that was one of the big games for me this year. Trying to think. Another one I was umming and ahhing, but I think it deserves credit, is House of Ashes. So this I played, I think, on the lead up to Halloween, or it might have been as a post Halloween game I played.
It was around Halloween.
Yeah, it was around Halloween time. So for those who aren't aware of what the Dark Pictures anthology is, if you remember the game Until Dawn, it was those guys which made it, and they decided to make a franchise post the success of Until Dawn, of basically making the same thing over and over. So they're kind of doing the Telltale's route, where it's like, we have a formula for a game that works. Let's just keep making more and hope. And to be honest,
go out of business and then come back again to get thousands of pre-orders.
Yeah,
it's a foolproof scheme eventually.
Someone's making profit somewhere. I'm not sure who. But so the first 2 games in the Dark Pictures anthology were, I never played them, but I watched Let's Plays of them, and they were pretty fucking awful. I think the Let's Plays ended up spending more time taking the piss out of the game, mostly, than actually enjoying it. Because it was Man of Medan and Little Hope, I think it was, were the first 2. And then along came House of Ashes.
I was going to say, I know Man of Medan was one of them.
Yeah, it was the first one. I think Little Hope was the second, and Little Hope was definitely the worst by far. Man of Medan was just kind of dull. Little Hope was just bad. But the benefit these games have is that they're kind of like a B movie horror film kind of thing. So they can get away with cheesy stuff when they write a cheesy scenario, which is definitely what House of Ashes is. I don't want to spoil the story because although it's goofy, it is fun. The characters actually work well. Like it feels, because it's set with military characters, so the characters feel like they kind of fit them sort of B movie action soldier feel. The game is actually a good game. and it is a great fun experience. And you can play it multiplayer with your friends as well, which can be interesting because they give you extra choices in the multiplayer version to screw your friends over, pretty much.
Oh.
But it would, but it's definitely like one of those ones where you can have a lot of fun with it as long as you're not, taking it too seriously. And like it's one of those kind of it's like when you watch a crappy movie kind of thing. You switch off and you just have fun with it.
Ooh.
There's
Tom,
nothing,
that argument hurts me.
there's nothing wrong with a crappy movie, my dude. Like,
I
no,
mean, there is. It's a bad movie, but hey, I'm not gonna get into this argument here.
not everything has to be a fucking Citizen Kane. Sometimes you want popcorn, the popcorn food equivalent of a film or a game, and this is definitely it.
I would say *Malignant*. I know this is a big tangent, but I'd say *Malignant* is my favorite comedy horror of the year.
I don't even know what that is.
It's about it's, well, I mean, if you really want to watch it, I wouldn't advise it unless, like, in short, super stupid movie about a woman who gets possessed, uh, and then like the final section of the movie, big spoilers in a big red text, involves her trying to kill her mother in hospital. And then she breaks free of the possession in the end after killing several people. There's literally someone dying in the hallway outside who she's incapacitated. And then the movie ends with her hugging her sister and her mother, and then it fades to black, and everyone's all happy again. All
Okay,
this after she's killed several people, and there's a guy dying in the hallway.
does sound like a bit of a tonal shift. That's a weird one though.
It also has one of the best bits of fight choreography I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so bad. Anyway,
Well, going from games, like you bringing up movies, that's actually a good thing to segment to. Any movies this year which you've seen which sort of stood out to you?
wait, what's Fox put in chat? The
Oh,
Percy Jackson movies was and I would never watch it again. Wait, what?
Percy Jackson movies was the something, and I would never watch it again. I never watched the second movie that came out after it.
So
So that was like
Percy
sort of
Jackson for
your
me. I remember watching the first one whenever that came out, but I was like, I was little boyo, no critical eye, and then for a school trip they took us to the cinema to watch the second one. The only thing I remember out of the second one was a Cyclops and the fact it had Chinese subtitles. That's all I can remember out of
I
it.
don't think I've ever seen it. I don't watch a lot of films. It's terrible. Yeah, no, that's fair. Um, I think I've seen little bits of it. I only know that people really like the books, but it's one of those things where I just assume it's like the Harry Potter cult that it's formed around it, kind of thing.
Hmm.
Where they're a bit. I don't want to say crazy, but like they very much big up everything that is sort of in the franchise, even if they don't always think it's the best. The kind of this book is my personality kind of thing.
Hmm. So as for movies of this year, going back to your point, uh, I mean the last one I watched was No Way Home.
No way. I just have
Be
to bring these
careful of
up on
spoilers
images.
because I know some people are still very touchy on them.
Oh yeah. Let's just bring up the poster because I didn't even recognize the name.
But that's the new Spooderman.
You Spooder Band film. Was
A
it good?
pers- a, uh, Character writing on point. Rest of writing out of a back alley. So I'd say all in all between a 5 and a 6 out of 10.
Okay, so average ish.
Character writing in feels brilliant. If I was doing it like purely on feels, I'd easily say an 8 out of 10.
Fair one. I've not seen it. I only know because my sister went to see it and she told me because I watched the second Venom movie not long ago, which was
Oh, let there be carnage.
yeah, I really enjoyed that. It's like the only Marvel films I've seen are the Guardians of the Galaxy stuff and Venom,
Venom.
and I really like Venom just because of how sort of goofy and doesn't
Uh,
give a shit he is.
I don't know if you'd ever seen. I'm assuming not based on your list, but I don't know if you've ever seen any of the older Spider-Man films.
No, I I don't really like superheroes, so
Mm,
I've never been into any of this kind of stuff. So I've not
uh,
seen any of them, and the only real exposure to it now is, as I said, Guardians of the Galaxy and Venom, and then whatever memes came out of like the Infinity War sort of stuff.
yeah. I mean, this one has some really goofy villains in it because it's like villains from all the different universes.
Yeah. See,
And it's self-aware enough to be like, yeah, that's stupid. Like
yeah.
the reference had to have written in previous media, and it's like, yeah, that's stupid. At least this time now my music's playing. It's not got like let me get up the electro lyrics.
But it's like like the spoiler. Hey, Storm.
Up, Nats.
What's up? We're just
Hello.
talking about movies and stuff.
I see.
Like movie of the years and things like that, and Spider-Man and Venom right now.
So these are uh so these are the lyrics. This is the soundtrack that actually plays with the lyrics in is it the Amazing Spider-Man 2 or 3?
Okay.
And direct quote: "He lied to me. He shot at me. He hates on me. He's using me. Fragility, electricity. Afraid of me. He's dead to me. He lied to me. He shot at me. He hates on me. He's using me. He's dead to me. Spider-Man is my enemy."
Okay then.
That's well.
Written by Hans Zimmer.
Right.
It
Just
was
to
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Sorry.
so just to sort of respond to you as well, Fox. The first film was pretty good with Venom too. Yeah, I can understand why a lot of people would like this. Would think the second one's okay-ish. Like, I just enjoy it because, to be honest, I would like that sort of anti-hero kind of. It's just goofy shit. Like, I don't see superheroes as this whole serious thing, which they are very much played up to be nowadays. Yes, I do. In fact, I'll send you an invite, and you're welcome to join us, Fox, if you're free. If you send me your PNG thing as well, I'll add this onto the stream.
Okay, Tom, I need to quickly be right back.
All right.
I'll be back in about 10
yeah.
minutes.
He's going off for
Okay.
a shower, so.
You guys have fun.
Anyway, how you doing, Storm?
I'm fine. How are you?
I do pretty good. So, I'll ask you the question, seeing as Joe's gone for the time being. In fact, I'm just going
Great.
to hide him. We're just talking about what. Do you have a film which is like your film of the year?
I'll be honest. The only new film I've watched this year is the new Dune.
Oh yeah,
So,
June, because we saw that
I
together,
guess-
didn't we?
Yes. So I guess by default that would be my film of the year.
Is that literally the only film you've seen this year? It doesn't like.
Yeah, it's the only one I've gone out of my way to watch that would be counted as a normal film. The other one I watched with you, Ron, and Heidi.
Oh, what? The Demon Slayer film.
Yes.
Yeah, that's still a normal film.
Those are still those are the only two films that have been released this year that I went and watched.
To be fair, when I sorry to clear this up because I didn't mention this earlier. When we're just saying like what's our stuff for the year because we did games just before you showed up.
Right.
We're not doing it based on like if it's come out this year. As weird as that sounds.
It doesn't. You what?
Basically we're saying what has been the game for us or what has been the film for us this year, which has been our highlight.
I see.
Oh no, folks, mine isn't a public one at the moment. I'm just keeping it private. But whenever people come to play and chill out, like it's just so I can do the technical stuff I need to get the avatars on screen and stuff. So it's all squared away nice and uniformly. Oh shit! I accidentally changed the scene to the wrong thing. Oopsies. So yeah. Speaking of the Demon Slayer film, that's actually the film that I was going to bring up for my film of the year. Because I've seen Dune, I've seen Venom, and I haven't seen many films this year. I've seen a few others because Hulbert invites me out to go to the films every now and then. But Demon Slayer's Mugen Train. Man, what a fucking film that was for me. Holy shit, like the fights they had in it and the cinematography they done for this show was fucking fantastic. With the time frame they had to make it too, it was just so well done. I've technically seen it 2.5 times at this point because I went to the cinemas to see it twice, and then they did a televised edited version for it before the new Demon Slayer arc, which is the Red Light District arc. Which I was watching those episodes early on, and then I got bored and was just like, yeah, I don't really want to see the film a third time, just slowed down and on a weekly 20-minute release. So, yeah, it was a really well done film and looked very good. You enjoyed it, didn't you? And you don't even know Demon Slayer.
Yeah, that was kind of my biggest issue with it. What would have been my biggest issue with it was I have no idea of the subject material.
Yeah.
And then, I came into it and was like, oh, okay, cool. I actually understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
Useful.
It was simple enough to follow along.
Hmm.
Like, they didn't really require any previous knowledge of anything because they basically explained anything needed.
Yeah.
Which was, a good thing for them to do. Especially considering it of how successful this film was globally.
Hmm.
I think it's the #1 most grossing film in Japan. Or #1 at least animated film grossing in Japan. And it had it was making insane money globally. Like this film was like the big bucks were made here, and this was during a pandemic too. Like this is when lockdowns and stuff were still on, so cinema access was a lot more restricted, and like they could fit a lot less people in them. So the fact that they still made this much money with it, it's a big middle finger to the Rona, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty impressive.
Father Nurgle was displeased.
Yeah, very much so. Dune was pretty good when we watched it. That's very much sort of like a, I guess, what is it called? Like the early bit of a story usually, which is not really the main prologue. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one. Like it's a 2-hour film that was entirely a prologue, which both bemused and
It filled in a hell of a lot of information needed to make whatever happens next make sense. To be fair.
I mean, yeah, it's based on a book series, a very long book series.
It's like 6 to 8 books, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And the events that they went over in that were kind of sort of, I think, the first and second books.
Yeah.
Be wrong. Don't take my word. Don't actually remember. I did read the books at one point, and then the information has disappeared from my skull.
I'm not surprised. There's so much information there, and you read so many books. To be fair,
that is also true.
Like, yeah,
I've had comments from the people I work with sometimes. Like, it'll be lunchtime, I'll be sat there reading a book, and I'm like, "Are you reading another one?" Like, yeah.
That's your 20th this week.
No, they literally. How many have you read this week? I was like, quite a few.
Oh, I used to be like that, but nowadays it's like I might read one book in a year now.
You might, and then you might not.
I picked up 2 books this year, and I bought 3, but I never finished any of them. Like I got halfway through. They weren't stories though. They were they were like information books sort of. So one was on statistics and probability and how to predict things, especially when humans are involved.
That's not possible.
You'd be surprised actually. Statistically speaking,
Yeah.
humans tend to do a lot of the same things, or there's like options which are significantly higher, more likely. Um, and the reason why certain numbers are picked on that is really hard to explain. But like that, humans are attracted to weird numbers. There was a magic trick I saw the other day. Well, I think it was watching Super Scarwolf or something was his name. Talking about the world, like the worlds of psychics and like faith healers and that, and talking about how wacky and like that world is and how it all works, kind of thing. And there was a magic trick they showed on there, which is like they want you to pick a number between 1 and 100, but it can only be and to narrow this down a bit, it can only be prime numbers, and like there was one other like restriction on it. And essentially, from the whole list of numbers, it narrows it down to about 20 numbers out of 100. And then people were more statistically likely to pick either. I think it was either 33 or 37. Not sure why. I don't think they even explained it. I don't even think there is an explanation. Just people tended to gravitate to those two numbers for some reason.
Yeah, I can see that.
Humans are weirdly predictable. It was very interesting reading about them talking about when giving university students a sheet of paper and just asking them to write down randomized sets of numbers. Humans often don't write like 4 numbers in a row, for instance, when they're doing a randomized set of numbers.
Really?
So many of them won't even write 3 because they think repeating numbers isn't random. Which is actually kind of interesting because it like, in a way, you can use that information to tell whether a machine's done it as close to true randomization as you can get, or whether it's a human who's randomizing it. In which case, there's patterns to pick. Same with multi-choice answers. There's statistically more likely choices within answers, and the margins are quite high. Like they're like 10 to 20% differences in some cases, depending on how many choices are available.
Fair enough.
Like it's very interesting to see what we as a species do when it comes to like especially when trying to be random, because that's what humans struggle with the most. The other book I was reading was one on psychology, which is kind of similar. Talking about all the weird things the human brain does, and it was interesting to find out that as well. Alcohol can be under. Okay, massive disclaimer here because this is really paraphrased and it's very specific. I'm not talking out my ass, but under the right conditions, alcohol can improve your memory. And when I say that, that doesn't mean go drinking shit tons of alcohol and you'll be better at memorizing, because it does. Drinking typically does the opposite. However, there is a type of memory called what's the word? I can't remember what it's called. Essentially, is if you have enough stimulus which is similar to the state of which it happened in, it helps stimulate a recall of that memory. So, for instance, if something happened while you were drunk and a certain song was playing, and you drank a bit of alcohol and that song's playing, you might have a better you'd have a better chance of remembering that, and that might stimulate your brain to remember that specific event. So alcohol was used as the example, but literally anything can. I think it's like stimulus memory or something like that. Very strange, but
sorry, yeah. I'm I'm mildly amused that you're talking about all this stuff. Meanwhile, you've got me on like Stellaris playing a spiritualist psionic nation with like probably with faith healers and stuff.
I'm back.
Hey Joe, let me just pop your avatar back up. We missed you. We were just talking about psychology and movies.
Oh, nice. I see Demon Slayer is on the screen.
Yeah, the last film we sort of talked about was the Demon Slayer movie, because that was my film of the year.
Ah.
That was one I actually went and saw.
Yeah.
With him, surprisingly enough. He left the house. I was shocked.
I do leave it occasionally. Well, a lot more since I've started working.
Well, you can't exactly work from home as an Amazon drone, can you?
I can try. I will build a mobile robot to do my job for me. But no.
And like that, Jeff Bezos has replaced you.
Genuinely, I'm surprised. I don't know how much I can say because of how fragile my bloody contract is, but I'm just surprised, like, with how little was automated. Like, going down there, the possibility to automate 90% of the work is definitely there. Like, with technology that exists, it's just a case of, I suppose, cost and time installation of it all. And you'd still need a couple, yeah, and you'd still need a few people there just to keep things ticking over, but...
Yeah.
You're hearing bad things about the Dune movie? Sorry, stop. The Dune movie's worthwhile, and, like, visually is really well done. There's always going to be people who don't like a movie, like a movie adaptation of a book, because there's always going to be complaints about it, especially a version which already had a film existing before, because I know some people prefer the wackier, weirder, older, like a 60s film, was it?
Yeah, 60s, 70s.
Yeah. Like,
And as someone who's seen clips of it, no.
it is very...
I've attempted to try and find it and watch it, and every clip I see is like, what?
It's on Netflix now.
Oh, the old one, is it?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, I might go have a look at it.
Like,
probably watch it through and laugh.
I think it comes down to taste. The big thing with this Dune film is definitely a prologue. Like, don't go in there. I think that is one of the things it didn't really advertise well. Is don't go in there expecting a full story. You're basically sitting down for 2 hours and having the context and all the, like, predisposition you need for the actual story to kick in. So, take it with a pinch of salt. Visually, though, it's a fucking spectacular movie. Like, especially the ornithopods, are they called?
Ornithopters.
Yeah, ornithopters, that's it. I want a model of those ornithopters because they are so fucking cool. Like, I really dig the whole, like, dragonfly style design for them.
Yeah.
I'd totally build a model and put it on my wall.
Favorite thing. You know what? That's one of the few things I'm surprised wasn't ripped off by GW in that era.
Honestly, yeah.
Although actually, that wasn't. I don't know how accurate those ornithopters are to the original design.
I feel like I remember reading something, and I think ornithopter is a catch-all term for animal-based helicopter in that universe. So
realistically, you could consider things like, I think it's called. It's that weird semi-helicopter the Space Marines have. Storm? No, that's the like actual wing flyer. Oh, what's it called? I've completely forgotten. I've not touched space. I've not looked at the Space Marine. God knows how long.
Man, if I could model and had a printer, I would 3D print one. But I think I'm just gonna wait and see if there's a merch kit for it at some point.
That's possible. I don't know. I mean,
those things are marketable. If not, somebody will make one of those off-brand style companies will make a inspired by, which looks close enough to the original to be like, yeah that's cool. So
I think my favorite thing is it's kind of the spin up on.
Yeah, I didn't notice it while watching the film, but I saw people point it out with screenshots later. There's actually several different models of Ornithopter in the film. Each faction's one is slightly different, whether it has a different wing count, has different body shapes, different people counts, and that was really cool.
Because the Harkonnen ones are more more troop carriers as opposed to the Atreides, which are more scout vehicles.
Yeah, the Atreides ones have more wings too.
They're faster.
Yeah,
but I believe the non-Atreides ones, the Harkonnens, are slightly just generally bulkier, and I think the wings are bulkier too.
Yeah, they were pretty cool.
It's the difference between art. It's for the things that an artist and a sniper have in common.
Details. I'm trying to spell Ornithopter into Google. Oh, so Ornithopter kind of is just a general term anyway? Because what comes up when I Google the on-off update is actually just like the gliders, like handmade gliders, and that based off of birds
Oh
and
yes,
stuff.
Da Vinci's.
Oh
Like all the
yeah,
old
Da Vinci's
stuff.
eventually did show up. Yeah,
So the original design for helicopters.
yeah, they're pretty cool. Joe, because you disappeared, is there any movies for you that has been like your movie of the year? Joe? Okay, Joe's dead.
Shame.
Yeah, very much a shame. And the next topic I was going to bring up was going to be anime, but you don't usually watch anime, Storm. So
Joe is back, I believe.
Oh, Joe.
Why is there we go? Now it's working. For some reason, it just decided no, you can't be heard. I didn't change anything. So for film of the year, I honestly don't know.
No?
No, I mean, No Way Home is definitely like the most recent in my mind,
See
but
that.
I wouldn't say it's the best. So I don't know. Come back to me on that one.
He did rip F for respect.
I-
Don't respect him, Fox. Don't respect him.
There is no respect here.
I'm playing Hearts of Iron 4 homebrew.
Yeah, you're not even playing proper Hearts of Iron.
So
Are you
let me
What is he
show you
playing?
what I sent to Tom earlier, and it'll make a lot more sense.
Oh, grief. Are you playing the New Order or whatever it is?
No.
Oh god. No, don't tell me you're playing that mod.
No, he's literally not even playing Hearts of Iron.
Oh. Wait, is he okay.
This is what I sent to Tom. Okay.
That's a point, Joe.
So-
You should get Hearts of Iron. I've got all the DLC now at this point.
Have you all of them?
All of them, yeah. I bought the complete bundle and then
That's not so
We'll
much
step
Hearts
back.
of Iron either. That's more like Total War Medieval. Actually, if you take Iceland out of the mix, that is just Total War Medieval 2.
But in Total War Medieval 2, did Russia break down instantly and Poland become the global superpower?
Yes, actually.
Well then.
That's quite common.
Poland
Poland's unit competition in that game is actually quite powerful.
the Polish have actually become like big players in Europe several times, haven't they?
Yeah,
Before they
I
would
mean,
usually get ripped apart.
Just for reference, this is what the world is looking like at the moment, so
Oh grief!
I'm just let it run.
Poland, Poland's strong. So we have is that Poland and Morocco?
Yeah, and then Portugal's just on the side doing its own thing.
I also like the fact that I don't even know who that is in Denmark, but they are still kicking apparently.
Oh no, there's no one there. It's just
Oh.
a dead patch of land no one's colonized. It's
I
very
see.
strange. It used to be Denmark. All there is now is a stuck boat, some sheep, and a dead port.
Oof.
And oh, actually, no, I know why it's not being colonized, because there's demons on it.
Sorry, what?
There's demons on it.
In Denmark?
Yeah.
It's in
it's got a-
Denmark.
You mean the
They've
Danish?
been,
The
they've been
Danish,
there for at
just
least
generally the Danish.
165 years,
Just generally
and
the
they're
Danes.
immortal.
Okay, they're immortal. Yeah, that sounds
That
like the
might
Danish.
Might
They've
not be the
killed
Danish.
23
No, that is the
people.
Danish. They just pretend they're not immortal by pretending their kings and leaders all died, but they just switch out and rotate and take turns.
This will just be the Habsburgs.
Yeah, Joe, do you want to tell us what game this is you were actually playing so we can show it off?
So I'm playing a game currently called Worldbot. It's
Oh,
just a little simulation game where you can generate maps. But there's stuff on the workshop. I'm pretty sure it's also a mobile game.
Quite potentially. I've got the Steam page out for it right now, so. So I
Yeah,
remember you
it's
talking about this
just a
before.
dumb little thing.
How much does that cost at the moment?
£15.49.
No,
yeah,
not
I will be
World
honest.
Box, you moron.
Oh, what?
This.
What's this?
What's this? What's this? Sorry.
Oh my god, why is there a giant crab in one of the game screenshots?
Because one of the abilities is where you can summon Let me get the thing. There's also like a Thanos snap where you can remove half the creatures from the world. There's a robot Santa, nukes of all sorts of variety, landmines, fireworks, meteorites, bowling balls. You could turn the place to it's Crabzilla, the massive crab thing. You've got
Crabzilla?
zombies. You can just play the game of life in the middle of the entire thing. Spawn islands give life to buildings and plants. Start the nondescript plague. There's a lot you can do.
I mean, it's very it's a strange game, but it does look pretty
It very
neat.
much is.
It's one of those sort of, let them grow kind of sandbox games. They've been tear it all down around them.
It is a very niche game, like audience wise, and who it's made for.
Wait,
But I
Joe,
love it nonetheless.
check your Steam.
Check my Steam.
Check your Steam, bitch.
I've been through this before, Storm, and last time it didn't come up for several minutes.
Oh.
But if you've done what I think, thank you so much.
Did you just buy him Hearts of Iron?
It's only £8.74.
Oh, look at this. Love is forming
Wholesome Big
tonight.
Chungus 100.
Wholesome Big Chungus 100. What?
Does this mean I have to get you guys some games as well?
What do you mean us guys? That Storm bought it.
Yeah, I know, but still, you've got me stuff before, Tom, and it only feels fair.
It's
Yeah,
up to you.
I don't care.
I'm not fussed. Just got an interesting advert. The last crypto account you'll need. No, thank you. I don't need a crypto account.
The last crypto account you'll need, because you don't actually need one, because real money exists.
I don't know if it's true, but I've seen like a few memes popping up of people on Twitter who are like big NFT guys, like saying they've been hacked and like they've lost all their NFTs and stuff. I don't know if this is true, but if it is, it's...
I saw the thing you put in memes earlier.
yeah. It in one case it's
thank you,
hilarious,
son.
and another case it's kind of sad. But they've spent their
It's
money is
just
gone.
The power of screenshots.
The power of screenshots, yeah. Oh
not
god,
wrong, am I?
this whole NFT thing makes my head spin. Honestly, like
I don't understand the concept. Like it doesn't.
I kind of get it, but not. I don't get why it's so expensive because there isn't. The internet is a place of
Artificial scarcity. That's
yeah,
all it
I was
is.
just gonna say the internet is a place of abundance, and they're now just generating scarcity for no reason.
It's the same concept as when when you go to like a
Oh
video game.
shit! Joe's bought me a gift. What have I got? One Finger Death Punch 2. Hey! And you've even put those shitty song lyrics.
What do you mean? It's a work of art. I actually listened to it while I was in the shower, and I burst out laughing, and then got out the shower to change the song.
Shall I give you a little rendition?
God, please
Sure.
don't.
He lied to me.
No, you
You
need to sit with some
shut-
generic. You need like some epidemic sound dubstep in the background.
Ah, mate, I'm not gonna get some fucking. I'm not getting you dubstep. You're getting the song without music. He lied to me. He shot at me. He hates on me. He's using me. Fragility. Electricity. Storm, fuck off. Afraid of me. He's dead to me. Okay, go.
I was
Thank
gonna
you
say,
for the
so Joe, time to download that and go from there.
Yes, I'm working on it.
Yeah, we'll get a game set up in the next few days.
I have been having many issues with installing games on Steam lately.
Because I can't while streaming Storm. My computer can't handle it.
Wait, your computer can't handle Hui 4.
Yeah,
Right.
his
While streaming.
PC is dying
Yeah,
internally. That's why
my
it's decided to do
CPU
just
has been
chatting.
my CPU is basically breaking at the moment, and I can't
my-
stream any games on the PC at all, no matter what they are. No, well, that's post midnight. This is post midnight talk.
Okay.
That's when my announcements and stuff are happening. So at midnight tonight, once the clock strikes over and we've had our little celebration of New Year's, I will be talking about my personal goals and channel goals for Twitch, including some announcements. So hopefully you guys stick around to then and find out, or just catch it in the VOD the next day. So yeah, shall we? We've covered movies. We've covered games. What about? Here's a weird one we probably haven't thought about. What's your sort of favorite event or news story that's happened this year?
The only one as far as events come, the thing I remember most is us all sat in a VC at the start of last year, watching the riots.
Oh yeah, the
Capture riots. Yeah,
the January
That was
6th.
that was a hell of a trip.
That was so surreal to watch, through the BBC and other things. 'Cause it's really weird. Sort of. Obviously, we're in England. I've never Fox. Are you about? Did you watch that stuff? What was it like for you? Because obviously you're American, and it's very different for us to sort of look at it and comment about it, being from the UK, and it's not really anything to do with us, other than it's just a very weird thing to see. And for you who lives there, and because that was definitely a strange start to the year for us, all being sat there talking about this.
We forgot about it.
Yeah, I forgot we were all together for it, but now that you said it, I remember us frantically sharing news sources of that, especially when we found out small riots were forming in other places and things like that. It was just yo, what's going on? Is is America about to break out into fucking civil war or something?
War 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Which part? You lag the minute you ask the question. Ah, rip. I gotta love my PC. No, I was just saying, what was it like for you, obviously being American, to see the January 6th, I don't even know what the term for it is now, because I don't...
Capitol riots.
Yeah, the Capitol riot, because I know some people, call it the insurrection and things like that. What yeah, because some people saw it as an attempt to, overthrow a democratic election, essentially. Whether that's true or not, I know they were still investigating it, and I think the investigation's still ongoing, isn't it?
Investigation will be ongoing until
God knows when.
Yeah, exactly.
But what was it like for you, obviously being American, to see that? What was your thoughts on it? I've just brought up a list of weird news, and Sky News was the first one that came up, and it's not very interesting. In fact, a lot of it isn't even weird. One is a COVID positive woman self-isolates in plane loo for 5 hours to protect other passengers.
Why the fuck was she on a plane in the first place?
Good question. I don't know, and let's have a look at this story. I'll bring it across over on to the browser page, just because we're currently let's see. Marissa Fortillo was on a transatlantic flight when she developed a sore throat and a rapid COVID test. Oh, okay. She literally tested on the plane. Which is fair enough, I suppose.
Why would you not test prior to the...
I guess the sore throat only really developed while she did. If it was a long haul flight, maybe, and it developed while you were on there, which is possible, to be fair. I mean, good for her for taking extra steps to protect people, I guess. It's just a very weird story, isn't it? I don't know what to make of it, because in one half, it's why were you there? But in the second half, it's... See, the other news things were Venus having gas clouds, Dutch hounds through the snow, sausage dogs enjoy annual fancy dress walk.
very
Don't.
tangential, but I've just accidentally discovered how to play music through Steam, and I don't know how to stop it.
Good luck.
I've currently got
Enjoy.
Vermintide playing through my ears.
Like, this is gonna sound weird as one of my favorite ones. It's called the Capital Riot / Caption Hill. I don't actually know how to pronounce that word. Segway?
Hello.
Seg? Let's have a look.
Segway.
Oh, it is Segway. I've never actually seen Segway written out. Caption Hill Segway. It was kind of stupid, mostly because the Dems wanted war and Republicans also wanted war. But the thing is, it was just outrage and stupidity. Fair enough. It was just a very surreal thing to watch. Obviously, over here, it's if like it's one of those things where you suddenly just pull open the news and suddenly like one of the major world powers has a riot at its capital, and you see the live feed and there's just people chanting, a couple of people with guns all around, and that it's just.
I mean, that sounds like America. a couple of guns.
It's just a very alarming thing, I think, to see. Like, if you woke up one morning and suddenly it's just like, holy shit, major world players, people getting angry at each other. Yeah, what sounds a weird one, but like one of my favorite news stories in a way this year, was actually no. I was gonna say it was gonna be the SBS story about a hijacked ship off the south coast, which they called the SBS out for. But actually
Yes.
no. My favorite one has got to be like I forgot it was even this year. Yeah, the 2021 Suez Canal obstruction, the Evergreen getting launched sideways. Mwah. What is this called? Global supply shortages? Check. Memes? Check. Possibly someone's job? Definitely check.
That's not so much cause as cost.
Yeah. It prevented an estimated $9.6 billion worth of trade. Here's a conversation topic. Who's y'all's favourite corn stars? Oh god. We are like the worst group of people to ever ask that, Fox. I don't know any names because not gonna lie.
Is quite a big one. Maze. Blint,
Yeah.
Maze, Den.
Yeah, Maze is pretty good.
Amy LeMaze. Or Amy LeMaze, depending on how you pronounce the name. I love a good waxy corn.
Oh, thank you, Joe, for being the light here, being the wholesome one.
There's also flour.
I was just gonna say I spend more time on hentai, so yeah, me no. And I like how stuff has just gone deathly quiet.
I'm still trying to figure out if you said porn star or corn stars.
I said corn stars.
Corn stars.
Yeah, who's your favourite corn star, Joe? Storm.
Oh, that's obvious. Khan the Betrayer.
Khan the Betrayer. Yes.
You said that a different way, and I love it.
I love how you two have spun this in different ways, and I was just like, I don't know, I just watch hentai. I feel like the odd one out here.
Tom, surely your favorite. Surely your favorite is one of the guys from Maze.
Oh yeah, the disco corn at the end of the game. Man, I love that weird rhythm game section.
Yep.
I was not expecting that, not at all.
I watched somebody play a full thing of that before, and they had point redeem things, and they had at the end of it, there was the points redeemed, and they had a thing where you can block them from doing anything. So I blocked them from dancing, and they just kind of sat there until the U.S. military blew them up.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the game is good.
No, I don't know if you talked about this in my intermission, but Storm, what's your game of the year?
This year.
It doesn't have to be out this year.
Well, yeah,
Just
obviously.
general favorite game this year.
Let's tab out and check something now. I'm playing Stellaris, but that's definitely not the not the game of the year. I'm gonna actually have to say Dawn of War Soulstorm with the unification mod,
Oh.
because I've been really enjoying that.
Tom knows about that better than me, and Tom is silent.
What's that? Sorry, I was monging out reading something else to bring up. What game?
Dawn of War Soulstorm with the unification mod. You wouldn't know anything about that, Tom, because you haven't touched the unification mod.
I haven't played Soulstorm either for years.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a good one, Fox. Well, I can bring up the mod page for it.
Out as soon as I ask him who his favourite corn star is.
What?
I
okay,
see
so,
what happened there.
So this adds all sorts of Titans and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, and factions.
So for, let me bring up Soulstorm as well. So for those of you who don't know, Soulstorm is a Warhammer strategy game. It's quite an old one, actually. It was part of the original Dawn of War series. Pardon me. It's pretty good. Not quite my cup of tea, just because of the amount of games you have to have all the factions, but it is it's a pretty good strategy game. So there's a lot of popular mods for it, which really up the ante on the scale. So why was this your favourite for the year? Like over everything else you've played?
Because it's the one I've been having the most fun with playing with buddies.
Fair one.
I know, right? I have people I talk to outside of you.
You socialise?
I know, right?
I'm surprised. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm proud of you for getting a job, buddy.
Oh, we're both growing up.
I didn't think you'd ever manage it.
I'm a
Like, well,
child.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd ever do it.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been trying to get an apprenticeship for quite a while. It's just, yeah, like I have no aversion to working. It's just I'd rather do something practical if I can. And luckily, what I do is kind of at least practical, even if it's not skilled. I just don't want to get stuck doing, like retail and shit. Like I don't have the patience for people like that. That was my only ever concern. So
yeah. So now you're doing retail, but retail where you don't have to deal with anybody.
oh, I'm not doing retail. I'm a warehouse worker.
What are you directly contributing to?
Not retail because Amazon is online. I directly contribute to logistics, Storm. I do logistics. I am the supply chain.
Then go home and then do the same thing in Foxhole.
Yeah. God, Logi runs in.
Yeah, at some point.
Me and Joe both have it, so if you ever get it, give us a shout. We can all play together. Logi runs in that game take forever though. I spend like an hour delivering one set of packages.
And then Tom yells at me for trying to build trenches.
Yeah, because when you're like, right, let's fight, and I'm like, okay, let's go, and you then stop and start digging a trench while I'm charging out there fighting people. Oh, God, that battle we were involved in the other day was hell, wasn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't
War
a bad
is
medic,
hell.
to be fair.
War is hell.
Except for the fact that you forgot blood.
Well,
sounds
it's
like
fine.
Sounds like your average armor medic.
So what I did, Storm, for context, is I brought 15 bandages. I'd never been a medic before. I didn't know how it works, so I just brought 15 bandages and then brought a trauma kit and a med kit.
So no one told you needed to bring blood for infusions?
No. So what I ended up doing then, until Tom could go back to base, give me some blood and drop it off at my position, was I just kept picking up people who had been incapacitated and running them to the back line and throwing them down for someone who could do anything.
Yeah. The worst bit is when I got there was a dead body nearby which actually had blood on them. But he never bothered to check or scavenge.
Yeah, but
He-
why would I bother to check or scavenge if he's not a medic?
Because you were doing nothing else.
I literally just
You were
healed someone.
no, you were bringing bodies for someone else to heal. There's a
I know,
difference.
because I've forgotten the name of the guy, but there were a guy who kept running out, getting shot, and then running back, and I kept healing him.
Aw.
I just like the fact that Joe basically was operating on similar concepts to me in Arm, where it's like, I know, I'll drag you out of sight. Oh wait, I'm out of ammunition. But instead of doing a Joe and going, what do I do now? And running around confused, still dragging people. My approach in Armor is, I'm out of ammunition. Has anybody here got ammunition? This corpse has ammunition. Mine.
You know, real confusion, Storm. Real confusion is when you're with Tom, you're trying to do a flank on the left-hand flank, go into a trench, and then there's a guy inside the trench who shoots Tom dead, and then you shoot him. And then you pick up Tom, realize I can't get out of the trench with this body, and a guy bayonet charges into said trench to avenge his dead ally.
I see. I'm gonna quickly stream something because I feel like this is something you two need to see. This is a Stellaris mod.
Let's
Okay.
see this.
I don't know if I can stream this on my stream, just because. Oh, what the fuck? Why is it a furry?
I'm confused. This is my first time playing around with some of these mods, and
This looks like a character from a kids' TV show.
it does. Like
Tom,
someone made it.
like
It's made
poetry,
in
it
The
rhymes. It's mirroring the beginning
on.
of the stream.
Hang
Not
on.
run about furries.
Incoming transmission. Aliens of the Galaxy. I am Doug Claw MacArthur, or MacArthur,
Oh no.
sent by our ruler Kaiser Cattail to inform you of our intentions. Respect our nation and our Kaiser, and we shall be cooperative towards your civilizations. But be warned that we will not hesitate to go to war should we need to.
Yeah, I'm just gonna add an image for the viewers at home.
What the?
Like, this is just.
This is just a curd. I am concerned.
Okay.
I-
Catboy MacArthur.
Literally, I don't.
Man. I'm gonna
Concern arising.
shrink you.
Yeah,
You
well, we'll see about this. I mean, I'm playing as a spiritualist authoritarian megacorp, so we'll see.
Okay, I'm gonna put Storm over. There we go. MacArthur can join us.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He's
dear.
gonna go away in a second.
Yeah, he
No,
joins us
he
as
will
a stream.
forever be there.
So, who the fuck's just. Where have they just popped up? Because obviously. Oh, they're down here. What the fuck?
So,
Hyper-militaristic empire. What?
I've got a weird little game for us to play, which I found by accident.
Oh my god. Whoa! Hang on.
I'm gonna put some words
Ooh,
in the
They've already
Discord,
taken fun at.
and we're gonna try. All gonna try and pronounce them, and I'll tell you the definition of them and how to pronounce them at the end.
Okay, can you tell us the origin of the word?
No, I can't until post. Here's the
Okay.
first word.
I have a fun game that we could play as a suggestion based on that idea.
What's that?
You could do like what's is it Arabic or is it from Lord of the Rings?
Oh no, that doesn't sound like a good thing for us to do on stream, Joe.
I've seen some YouTubers play it before. It's pretty fun.
That sounds pretty
Yeah.
dodgy.
So, first word, right?
Yeah.
GG.
Chugi.
You are both correct. It is Chugi. I'll get it up on for the
Hopefully didn't say
viewers at
Shigi.
home.
I was going to say, you're both correct. What do you mean we're both correct?
So yeah, the word. Let me just get this up for the stream. Sorry, real quick.
What's going
I
on?
like it. So the words at the top. Chugi. Yes. Apparently, it's a Generation Z term to mock outdated and unfashionable things, or someone who's trying too hard, and it's often used to poke fun at millennials.
You know what a different like font size is, right?
Yes, I do, but
He has no inclination.
I just set it up really quick, and I don't. Can I even do font size? Oh yeah, I can do font sizes.
I should hope so.
I don't use the text on Streamlabs too often. There you go. That looks a bit better, right? So
Yeah.
that's the first word. Second one, if you guys get this wrong, I'm just gonna be confused at you guys. So just give 2 seconds to think about it while I get it up for chat.
I love Chipotle.
Or-
Chipotle is my life.
Or not. Okay.
Chipotle.
So what was that, Storm?
That was me deliberately getting it wrong by saying Chipotle. Chipotle.
Chipotle.
Tom, did you not get my reference?
No.
It's an old Vine meme.
I didn't watch Vine. I avoided
Wow.
Vines like the plague.
Did.
So yeah, Chipotle. The US fast food chain that started a viral trend this year by challenging people to pronounce the name.
Oh, that's not tricky, is it?
No. Okay. Here is the next one. Boop. Now this one will throw you for a loop. What you got, guys? What you got?
Is it missing an accent by any time? By any chance, even?
By any
I
time?
don't know. I'm
Okay,
pulling
well-
this from a list, so
I'll go on that.
okay. And Joe,
Popopgi.
Popopki.
Not even close. That's not even close.
According to the website that did this list, Talgona. Talgona. So it's
Algona.
yes, because it's a Korean treat made with melted sugar and baking soda, as seen in the hit show Squid Game.
Oh.
You can run, but you can't hide from Squid Game, just like Among Us.
Oh, I was on about the. Actually, no, it is the right. It is the right thing I'm on about. I was just saying it in Korean, so technically, I'm better than you.
Fuck off. Wait, some of these. Wait, what? Some of these are really stupid. So, going down the list afterwards, I've skipped 4 now because Dogecoin came up. Eilish, as in Billie Eilish.
You know, I could throw somebody for a loop.
Yeah, but it's almost written phonetically though. Ethereum, Glasgow.
Why's Glasgow in there?
Why not?
Oh, is it because of was it the climate rally thing in Glasgow?
Yeah, because apparently a few
Because
world
I
leaders
have
struggled with
a-
that.
I have a related story to that,
Yeah.
and that is one day while I was walking back from uni, a bunch of people got off a bus with drums, and singing, and there are a bunch of people from Spain who were using public transport and walking to get all the way from the south coast all the way up to Glasgow.
Okay.
Why though?
So there you go. Shout out to those Spanish people.
Olé.
You made my day singing music while I walked home alongside you.
Okay, the next word's out, and this one is one we should all be familiar with.
The Transformer.
Coming out to look at this. Ow. I see.
So how do you pronounce it? Roommate? Is that what I'm stuck with? Roommate?
COVID-19.
my roommate is a deadly virus. Sounds like a shitty light novel.
I'm sure you've read it
I'm more house sharing with him at the moment. Much to my own dismay.
So, how did you pronounce, guys? Come on, bring it in.
I already told you. COVID-19.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
you smug bastard.
Who is Omius Kronos?
Omicron. I know it's so weird. I call it Omnicron still because I don't care. Okay.
I
Here
love Omicron.
is the next word.
It's
I don't know what this relates to, and I'm curious.
You'll find out once you pronounce the word. Any guesses?
Shane.
Shane? Interesting.
You see, I want to pronounce it like the that tribe.
That tribe.
The Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
I know it isn't.
It's close. It's Shein.
Oh, it's a fashion
Yeah.
company, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. It's a Chinese fast fashion company.
Fashion company.
This is going to be an interesting one to see how you guys pronounce this.
What?
I don't think even I can pronounce this right, and I've got the pronunciation sheet in front of me.
I need to.
Stefanos Tsitsipas.
Close.
Is it Stefanos Tsitsipas?
Yeah, you just looked that up, didn't you, you bitch?
No, I'm. I would normally. I'm not going to lie about that, but I didn't because I thought, finally, a worthy challenge.
Yeah, it's Stefanos Tsitsipas. Yeah, he's a Greek tennis player ranked 4th in the world right now. Apparently, he is one of the game's brightest young stars, and he reached the French Open final during June. So that's all the text that I have.
Just related to that, real quick.
Yeah.
Allow me to to send you this picture of him.
Oh God. Why does he look so lost and confused?
He's so small.
He's so small.
He looks like a lost child.
Is this his latest Instagram post?
Yeah.
Well, guys, go look at this guy's Stefanos Tsitsipas.
I can send you an actual cut-out picture of it if you want.
Yeah, on that. Like he's so small. He can join us on our desk.
He's under your desk, Tom.
Pardon?
Is he under your desk?
No, no one's going under the desk. that adds dodgy territory there.
There you go. It's so dumb.
That's good. I don't get where they did such a high up shot, but at source browse. Look at him. There's our boy. He can sit next to you, Joe. Let me.
He also did the post before was him eating something on bread while listening to the Russian national anthem.
Why the Russian one? He's great.
The caption is "Tell me you're Russian without telling me you're Russian."
But he's Greek.
You'd question Stefanos?
No, I do not question our little boy. Lord and Savior.
Pass. Actually, you know what? I've just thought it's just a silent T. It's not particularly difficult.
It's not a silent T. Tsitsipas.
I just pronounced it as Tsitsipas, and then you said, "Did I look it up?"
It sounded right. I don't know. It's really hard to. Right, I only have text.
Tom, we need to find your waifu now, because your room's too far away from you. You need a waifu next to you.
I need a waifu. Well, there's only one person that can.
No, Tom, it has to be one from this stream.
It's
It's like a lad's night out, and then these are all the girls we're bringing home.
Oh no! Sean's bringing home the cat boy thing.
What? I don't.
I'm bringing home 60 pounds.
Oh dear God.
I'm
no, I'm just your guys' wingman. I'm the wingman. Like, I sit here on the phone helping you guys because this shit don't fly. I don't need no waifu. What fucking curse stream this is.
Oh, it's New Year's. It's fine.
Oh god, and we got an hour to 55 minutes till the clock strikes midnight. So, what should we talk about or discuss next? I'd like to bring up anime, but I don't want anyone to be out of the conversation. So, what's a weird topic we can pick up?
The issue, the only thing I know about is stuff that would take Joe out of the conversation.
What's the general stuff that happened this year? Let's see, events of 2021.
British government are a bunch of fools.
That's like pretty standard. Let's see, Wikipedia's list of 2021 events. Let's start from January, I guess. They brought the riots. Kim Jong-un is elected as the General Secretary of the ruling Workers' Party of Korea, inheriting the title from his father, Kim Jong-il, who died in 2011. Wait, sorry, what? So he wasn't the General Secretary of it? Siri, no.
Apparently not.
It's off Siri. Somehow I managed to trigger Siri. I mentioned Kim
Imagine
Jong-un.
having an iPhone.
Hey, it's good for face tracking. It's my sister's old one. Although my current phone doesn't work, so... Oh, the 2021 Ugandan general election was held. Oh, medical history was made in January this year, actually. In Lyon, France, the first transplant of both arms and shoulders is performed on an Icelandic patient at the Edouard Herriot Hospital. That's cool. Like, I didn't realize, like, there's been no one who's had, like, well, I didn't even realize they did shoulder transplants, actually. I've never even thought of that. Well, that's such a weird area to work around, actually, isn't it? Because it's so close to your, lungs. Like, what part of the shoulder do they bring? Do they just bring the joint?
No idea.
Let's have a look. Shoulder transplant. Does seem they do full shoulder replacements as well as the joint replacements. But there's too much medical jargon for me to understand. Because when you Google it, it starts talking about actual treatments of it as opposed to explaining what it is. Yes.
Some prick just kidnapped one of my good scientists.
Hey, January 22nd. The Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons, the first legally binding international agreement of comprehensively prohibit nuclear weapons, comes into effect. Are you saying that we just didn't have a nuclear treaty all this time? That's kind of terrifying, actually, to think.
Yep.
I'm looking at like the highlighted list of countries as well. None of them are major nations. They're all like minors and secondary powers kind of thing. Like if we're talking from a gameplay perspective, like one of the biggest countries involved is, by the looks of it, is New Zealand, Mexico, Brazil, and South Africa. It doesn't even include Australia or Argentina. Almost no one in Europe other than Ireland and I think that's Hungary.
What's the flag?
I don't have a flag, it's just a tiny speck on the map I'm looking at. Let me just bring up a bigger picture of the map on my end. No, it's Austria. I swear this map is outdated. Oh no, it is the right map. Yeah, it's Austria. Okay. Well, that was kind of cool. Oh yeah, there was the coup in Myanmar, wasn't there? I remember briefly. Yeah, I remember briefly hearing about it because there was a lot of like counter protests and stuff. I heard it got pretty brutal and violent out there, and a lot of people were getting killed. I don't actually know what happened to it though.
Bro, the likelihood is it's now just under the case of. Well, it's probably now under the situation of who knows what happened because you can't hear anything from Myanmar.
I mean, I know a lot of stuff was getting out originally, but I don't even know what like whether it's settled down, whether an agreement's been made, or what. Oh yeah, there was the NASA's Mars 2020 mission with the Perseverance rover and the helicopter drone that they used because it was the first helicopter they used to land a rover, wasn't it? That landed this year.
I'll be honest, you say helicopter, all I can think of is that meme song. Helicopter, helicopter, helicopter. That one.
I'm not sure I know that one actually.
No,
I've run into it all over
I'm
the place.
completely at a loss.
It's been all over the place for me. That should be the kind of thing I watch.
March 19th, North Korea severs diplomatic ties with Malaysia due to its citizens being extradited to the US to face money laundering charges. Malaysian authorities order North Korean officials to leave the country in 48 hours. I didn't even know that happened. Hey Diamond, how's it going, mate? Doing good? What's the Istanbul Convention? Oh, that's not good. March 20th, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this. Yeah. Announces his country's withdrawal from the Istanbul Convention, the first country to do so. The Istanbul Convention, which I'd never heard of before, was by its full name is the Council of Europe Convention on Preventing and Combating Violence Against Women and Domestic Violence. So, Turkey's president basically gave the okay to domestic violence? Question mark?
It's not exactly what it means.
No, like they pulled out of like the councils of I guess monitoring that and the goals they set for it or something.
That's more accurate.
Yeah. But damn it, we can make that a headline, Storm.
The council will decide your fate.
This is the same month which Ever Given, so
Evergreen.
it's actually called Ever Given the ship. To be fair, I think. Yeah, the Ever Given was the ship, but Evergreen was the company. Oh, but 2 days later, on March 25th, the number of vaccinations administered worldwide exceeded 500 million, which is a pretty big milestone considering they only really started the vaccine rollout like just at the end of last 2019, wasn't it?
It was more like start.
Oh no, yeah, it was start of 2020 area, wasn't it? Yeah, that's pretty good. Like in 3 months. Let's see, April. More talk about Ukrainian border stuff. Colonel Cornelius. Hey, welcome. Having a good night? Bulgarian parliamentary elections. A big cyclone in
I'm playing
Indonesia.
game if you want something on while we're chatting.
I wouldn't even know how to broadcast it, so I've not worked out how to show it, and also I don't want to stretch my limited internet. Do that thin.
Limited CPU, you mean?
Yeah. April 11th, Iran was accused of nuclear terrorism after a large explosion destroys the internal power systems of the Natanz uranium enrichment plant. Also, no, Iran wasn't accused of it. Iran accused Israel of it.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. I'm assuming what happened there is another one of those viruses that was used to destroy equipment in it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen about it. They developed a virus which would target only the operating systems used in the nuclear refinement plants in Iran. And what it would do is it would sabotage the centrifuge, so it wouldn't enrich things correctly, so it couldn't be used for nuclear stuff. And I think it caused some equipment to explode in the end, which gave it away, considering they didn't know it was there before.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a very cleverly done thing. I think it's been released globally, and a lot of computers probably got the virus, but because it was so specific on what it targeted.
Probably how it got in and out of the systems.
Yeah, I think they used phishing
all my
attacks.
nuclear access codes are now gone off my PC.
Oh shit! No nuclear war anymore.
Actual conversation between American president and assistant.
Who's got the nuclear football now? Didn't know about that. April 17th, the Czech government concludes that Russian GRU was responsible for the blast of 2 ammo warehouses in Verbitz. I don't really know how to pronounce this. VRBETIC in 2014.
Verbetsk, I believe.
Verbetsk, okay. 18 Russian diplomats and alleged spies were subsequently expelled from the country. It was kind of weird. I never even heard about that ammo warehouse exploding. But then again, that was so long ago, I don't think I paid attention to the news.
I'm probably doing a bad thing at the moment.
Yeah?
I'm fucking around with the shroud.
Idris Deby, president of Chad, is killed in clashes with rebel forces after 30 years in office. The constitution is suspended, and a transitional military council was established to govern the country for 18 months.
Council will decide their fates.
Can he really be called a president if he isn't elected?
I thought you were going to say, can he really be called a president if he's dead?
I mean, no. Former president, but...
President-elect, it's a position in most governments like that. They'll have... it basically just means, well, the actual president's dead, we've just given... You are the president-elect, so for the time being, you are acting president until such time as we can find somebody, we can hold the thing to properly post it.
Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan apparently had massive border clashes this year.
Well, we started off being a curse stream about games and our favourite things of the year, and we've now gone, this is how the world is dying over this past year.
I mean, we were kind of reflecting on the last year, so...
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of it, with it being mostly a pandemic, and there has been a fair few political tensions this year, there's not a huge amount of positives. I mean, we did achieve the first powered flight on another planet with the helicopter from NASA.
I know a good positive. Well, I say a good positive. I know a positive, Tom.
Yeah?
The COVID tests in my family.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I've only just got up to June now. Oh, this is kind of positive in a way. May 26th. Oh. Shell becomes the first company to be legally mandated to align its carbon emissions with the Paris Climate Accord, following a landmark court ruling in the Netherlands. Well, that's pretty good, actually. Like, they've actually got like a pretty wasteful petrol company to legally have to follow climate rules.
I think I've
See,
made a
Tom,
mistake because I
I've
think
got
I've just
something. Sorry.
I've somewhat pissed off the cat people.
No, your waifu.
I'm now at war with the Claw MacArthur.
You're having a lover's tiff.
There's nothing worse than a couple falling out.
Yeah.
You sod off.
A couple of intergalactic genocides later, and they'll be back together.
I'm gonna go kill the cat people.
What is it that you had, Joe? That isn't COVID.
So going off your thing about the climate thing.
Yeah.
So I know one thing that happened this year was Greta Thunberg rickrolled a bunch of people.
Wait, did she actually?
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh my
She
god, that's
did some sort of
amazing.
she did some sort of concert at a climate thing, and it was a rickroll.
I heard she did a concert, but I never looked into it because I didn't care. The fact that she rickrolled people is fucking amazing. I now has there's some respect right there. That fucking Rick Astley must have made a shit ton of rickrolls at this point. Like the internet is low key probably made him a millionaire or something.
Maybe.
Because that's a official. Is it a Vimeo channel?
No idea.
Because I think it has ads. Let me just bring it up on my Neo thing. Never gonna give you up.
Never gonna let you down.
1.1 billion views, and Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. And it
Almost
does have
1.2.
adverts. And it appears to be maybe his own personal channel, or at least the official channel. Doesn't have like Vimeo on it, so.
Yeah, they re-uploaded it.
Did it get ever taken down?
I like re-uploaded it.
Or does he? He has a TikTok. Rick Astley has a TikTok.
That doesn't surprise me. Everyone has a TikTok, for Christ's sake, Tom.
That's true. But he doesn't appear to be on Cameo.
Please stop it. It's under assault. Cat people have managed to get my systems.
I've seen a few like YouTubers and things like that have or people who are showcased on YouTube have started doing Cameo and things like that. And I think is it Dan Petros? I am sorry, I need to find his name.
Tom, use your words.
No, I literally got to look him up because I don't remember his surname. He is a treasure though. He voices Doofenshmirtz and wrote Phineas and Ferbs.
Ah.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know who you mean.
It's Dan something. It begins with a P. I swear I subscribed to him.
Povenmar?
Might be Dan Povenmire. Yeah. Yes, it is. Man, this man is a treasure. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen his YouTube channel. Mostly
I've seen some stuff that popped up on my feed.
like a lot of it is stuff that he I think posts to TikTok primarily, but like the way he like the amount of joy he has for like answering questions and things like that, and just how happy he seems in every video he does is so insane. I think he's on Cameo, so you can pay him to say stuff too.
I think the last thing I saw of him was him as Doofenshmirtz singing "Bad Guy."
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one actually. Have you seen the Thanos' Doofenshmirtz or Doofenshmirtz's Thanos? Sorry, where he does the Thanos stuff snap with him saying "I am inevitable."
I can't say I have.
I don't. You know what? I think it's worth it, the risk.
Oh, are you trying to get the MCA, Tom?
If I get DMCA, I'll fuck. Yeah, I think it's worth the risk in this case. Because hopefully, like, here we go. Let's get it up for ladies and gentlemen at home. You ready? Let's go.
Please recreate the scene in Infinity War where Thanos says, "I am inevitable." That would be awesome.
I love the silence.
Well, that would be an Endgame.
Yeah, you've not got the audio on the stream, do you?
It would be awesome, wouldn't it, boy? That would be so epic. That would look something like this.
I just hate that
Da,
feeling
da.
when you fall down a hill and you get glue on your hands.
You got what?
You ever just hate that feeling when you fall down a hill and get glue on your hands?
Oh, and get records on your finger.
Yeah, records on your fingers. You got records on your fingers and you
Just can't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Can't stop. You got a platypus controlling me.
What?
I got a platypus controlling you. Let me sum it up for you. A strange set of circumstances.
Strange set of circumstances.
Fell down the hill and I got glue on my hands. And I got records on my fingers and I just can't stop.
Don't stop.
I would have a table with the platypus controlling me is underneath the table.
I love that song. It's so dumb. Yeah, that.
I found your place. Literally in game. I found a thing called Tom's Place.
Aw.
Prisoner and Doctor of Mushroomology.
You know what? That sounds like my Idle Blast stream last night, actually. So.
And there's a family of rats living in your bed.
Yeah. Yet again, kind of sounds like Idle Blast last night.
You've also got a hidden passage in your wall. Which leads to a jar of mushrooms.
I thought you were about to say a jar of cum. I was going to say, don't look down there.
Good old Dr. Tom here must have been supplying the whole prison.
Oh, God.
And then you gave me a nutcracker.
Was it? This is going to be a bit of a weird and kind of grim question. Was it this year that the Australian wildfire was?
Yes, I believe so. Or was it last year? I'm losing track of time.
Yeah, the last few years have blended together a lot, haven't they?
World War III memes were happening with the wildfires.
Were they?
Yeah. So whenever World War III was starting.
2020 and 2021 both come up. Apparently, this year's one was Australia's quietest one for quite a while, so it was 2020. Okay. In which case, the story I was going to talk about is irrelevant, so. As that was.
You are irrelevant.
Like you. They had wildfires in Greece this year, apparently. Yes. The more I'm looking at more of these news stories, just the sadder or worse they get.
Well, then don't look at them, Tom.
I'm trying to find something that's interesting that happened this year that isn't just COVID or accident or nearly World War III trips. Oh, this is kind of cool, actually. October 5th.
Oh.
A company called Roscosmos launches the Soyuz MS-19 mission, which carries an Expedition 66 crew member and 2 Channel 1 Russian personnel to the International Space Station. The 2 Channel 1 crew will perform principal photography on the film Voizov aboard the station. That's kind of cool, like sending people up to actually, record and take pictures on the International Space Station. I'd love to do something like that. That would be so cool to go up there.
I should really get Foxhole, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should. I love how I'm talking about the space station and you're talking about going to hide in a ditch.
Fuck the space station. Space will still be there later. The ditch might not. An artillery shell could send it spiraling into.
I'd rather be in space than in the ditch. If I'm gonna blow up, it may as well be in something cool.
Well, somebody's not got his Krieger spirit, have they?
NASA launched a spacecraft called Lucy to go explore the Trojan asteroids.
Of course they did.
That's kind of cool. Okay, a second coup for the year. Cool, cool, very cool. Can we stop having coups? Oh, actually, I know something which is Storm. You're all gonna be disappointed at me, but I remember hearing talks apparently that in Japan they were considering finally removing the laws around censoring hentai, which
Why
means
would
they
I
could.
find that interesting?
I said you were gonna be disappointed at me.
Oh,
I don't know how true it is, but I remember at least hearing of it. And, that'd be kind of cool for them to, not have to produce censored stuff. Especially now that people have made AIs to just decensor it automatically. Don't mess with the power of horny. We will create a self-aware AI to deal with the problem.
well then, it's not going to be because of some actual military hardware. It's just going to be a self-aware porn.
It is literally going to be a dildo factory gone wrong.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those, and it's just because it's just had enough of the life it was built for. It will decide that it is not going to put up with this anymore, and just
I was made to hate, not love. Yeah, and we got 30 minutes to go till midnight.
Ah,
song I need to put on, but not for another 28.
So what should we hit next then?
You in the face with a stick.
Please don't. I
that
like
sounds
the
like a good
face.
plan. I quite like the plan Storm suggested. Can we
No.
run with that?
No. You two have no power here. This is my realm.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am.
Good time. I suppose now isn't a good time to tell you about the knife under your bed.
I know about that. Who do you think put it there?
Duck.
Oh god, that's a name I haven't heard in many moons. Was it this year that was it this year he left? I don't know. Like, freaking the history of our social group has been long, complicated, and needlessly angsty.
Isn't that just your basic reality?
Quiet, Storm.
You try silencing me, but the truth will always come out.
We'll put you back in the basement.
Tricks when you have been down here the entire time.
Goblin.
Tom, don't put him in the basement. He has foxhole.
Oh no, fuck, he's entrenched the basement. We're never gonna get him out. Quick, we're gonna have to get the
Creed
fumigators.
powers activate.
Give it a week and run out of food.
Also, Storm, join the Colonials. When you get
Join-
foxhole,
Yeah,
you have to choose a side that you're going to fight on, and you can't change again after you pick. So
yeah,
they're
not until the
Colonials.
next war.
Okay, so join the people who aren't colonials. Got it.
Don't.
Why not? Just randomly rock up on you guys. and you're not
because-
we
expecting a
we will
bayonet charge.
shoot you.
The Wardens are like an actual military regiment full of tryhards, and the Colonials are a military regiment full of noobs and people just charging blindly with bayonets.
Yeah.
You're
Also-
not selling the colonials here.
The colonials are a meme,
Be a colonial.
but the wardens they have partisans as well. I think.
Partisans.
Yeah. They literally have like rebel forces you can play as, which are used for like scouting and that. I think.
Jesus.
Yeah, and they kick our ass with tanks. We have
Yeah,
tanks. It's
that's
just
not
that nobody on our. I've never seen a
You have
colonial tank,
bayonets.
and I'm pretty sure I haven't. I don't think many people on the colonial side know how to build a tank. So
I've never seen a colonial tank, and that ain't changing today.
no, that ain't changing ever. But
That seems like you've just probably thought out your strategic doctrine.
Storm, you haven't done logistics in that. If you knew what it took to make a tank, how many fucking hours for one idiot to go out with a drive down the lane and then get blown up by a RPG or something?
I mean, Tom, you saw that half track yesterday.
Yeah, that half track.
Everyone manned up on a half track, okay, Storm? We then moved round to the front line on the half track. They told us to get out. Instantly, the half track starts getting lit up by pillbox turrets. So they start reversing and running us over because they told us to get out of the half track. And then everybody died.
Yeah, and it exploded. And that was our tactical assault.
So what I'm hearing
And
is it was your average German combat.
Do you know what the worst bit is? The enemy had tanks, and at one point I had the anti-tank rifle, and every time I fired a shot that hit the tank, the immediate first reaction of the tank crew was to immediately erase me from the fucking planet with their main gun.
And then retreat, repair their tank, and come back again.
Yeah.
It's almost like that's sound tactical doctrine. Oh no, they're putting holes in the tank. Quickly, let us leave the area they're putting holes in the tank and kill the thing doing it.
Well, no, they killed him first, then they went away.
Yeah.
Still sound tactical doctrine.
The thing is, there was nothing we could do to stop them. We actually had guys trying to corpse run with like anti-tank grenades and stuff. Like, but you could the how close you have to get. They were just getting machine gunned and kneecapped long before we ever got to the tanks, and our RPGs fell too short as well. So the only thing we could do was use anti-tank rifles, and I'm not gonna lie, I nailed 6 rounds onto one of them, and apparently they're only light tanks or whatever they were using, and we did nothing to that. I think I damaged the turret at best. So them just immediately annihilating me was just, you know, a very scary, sad thing to happen.
Okay, I've just thought of something. I need to do something which I do every year without doubt.
Yeah?
Yeah, and that is go on to Gary's mod, launch up a very specific Minecraft map in Sandbox.
In Gary's mod.
Yeah. And then after I do that, I then need to listen to the German version of Gummy Bear.
What the fuck?
That's very specific, concerning.
Yes.
What is the origin of this event?
It just happened one year, and I've done it every year since.
So you're in a cult.
Sorry, what?
You're in a cult.
No.
Yes.
Yes. You're in a cult with yourself.
A cult of one, basically.
A very lonely cult.
He's just a lonely cultist.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
He's just a lonely cultist.
Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. So with 20 minutes till midnight. I'm making my announcements obviously post midnight, but obviously one big thing with this time of year is resolutions. Are either you two doing, I'd say resolutions, but do you guys have any goals for the year?
What, sorry?
Do you two have any goals for this year?
Any goals for this year? Not dying. It's a strong foundation.
That's a good one. That's a strong foundation.
Get better at modeling.
Yeah.
And probably get a more stable source of income than QA testing.
Oh, you do QA testing?
Yes.
I didn't even know you did that.
The benefits of QA testing.
Is that nobody knows you have to do QA testing?
Yeah. Well, you just get sent an email, you do whatever it says on the email, and then you get money.
So if they say slap your balls, you'd slap your balls for money?
Sure.
The fact you have to think about that is concerning.
No, the fact that he thought about it is a good thing, Storm. At least he thought, he didn't just instantly go, yes, sure, I'll slap my balls for money. I'd be more worried for that. So yours is make money and learn to model.
Mine is try to be an adult.
Try to be an
Something
adult.
I can be encapsulated in.
Oh, fuck
Good
being an
luck with
adult.
that one. I've been trying that for a while. It doesn't go very well.
No. It's also kind of boring. So, Storm, what about you? Do you have any goals?
Apparently, I'm just trying not to get fired from my job.
Fair one. Plain and simple.
Feels like a good idea.
And I'm writing a full fucking chart with mine tonight.
Why?
Because I have goals. As you'll see post midnight when I announce them all. And with 20 minutes to get to go, we are building some hype for my future plans. Woo! Because that's
Gummy bear.
no, fuck off with your gummy bear bullshit. Yeah, gummy bear should have died a long time ago. The fact that they even tried to revive it is terrifying.
Welcome to humanity. Yeah. Welcome to humanity in current year.
We are a doomed species.
Oh, definitely.
It'll be fine though. Fine.
Hey, if you're being positive over it.
Yeah, I'm actually a pretty positive person nowadays. I have, you know. I am weirdly a lot more happier and positive than I used to be. So
Not hard. You were always a miserable bastard.
I wasn't that miserable. I was just like nihilistic, I guess. Close to, or at least very close to being nihilistic.
Miserable bastard.
Cute. So this is the king miserable bastard himself.
Hey, I was the first one of us two to get a stable job.
Yeah. So, how does it not make you miserable?
Clearly, I did something right better than you did.
I mean, you got your job when I was still at college, I think, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
Imagine not getting a job when you're 16, Lamau.
I'm 22, Joe. I'm 22.
To be fair, I didn't actually do a day of work until I was 18, but I've been employed. I've been employed for 2 years.
So, what?
How did you manage that one then?
Because it's just contractual thing. You just sign up for the company, and then it's like, okay, yeah, here's your emails. You can either sign up to do them or not, and then we'll pay you based on it. So I signed up to do it. So I've been able to put down I've been working for them for 2 years. But I only actually been working for them for less than a year.
Okay.
Yeah, mate.
Fair news, I guess. Fair news. You have more years of work experience than me. Pain.
Germany has more.
To be fair, my years of
So
college
long-
have actually come in weirdly helpful at in work. So
It's been so long since I played Gmod, I can't remember how to get up the tool menu.
You.
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 No, it isn't.
Q.
I'm pressing Q. Ah,
Hold it.
thank you. I just need dog.
All right. How about this then? Favorite song of the year?
Ich bin ein Gummibär.
Are you seriously gonna put Gummy Bear as your favorite song of the year?
No, of course not.
Rhinos Last Stand. Well, actually, no, Tukaid.
Tukaid. Who's that by?
String Storm, you did put.
I have not listened to String Storm for quite a while.
Literally sent it to you.
I probably forgot to watch it. I might have watched it, I don't know. I don't recognise the name. Let me just check our DMs. We talks mad shit in the DMs. What about you, Joe? You listen to quite a lot of music, don't you?
I listen to a lot of music.
Like
I
you're
could
constantly
give
posting a
you-
Spotify playlist.
I mean, sometimes just post random stuff I see on Spotify.
Yeah.
I would probably say, hmm, I can give you favorite artist for the year,
Yeah, let's go with that then.
and that'll be Desired, Night Tempo, and Mekarosu 8299.
What sort of music do they make?
Future Funk.
I have never heard of this genre.
It's
It's fun from the
typically
future, obviously.
Yeah, it's typically like Japanese songs and stuff, but then with a really cool melody put over them and then remix. You know that song I sent you, which was which you said the one that was about can you put your hands around my neck and tell me what a mess I'm making?
I don't know, really remember, I won't lie.
Let me get it up in our DMs for Christ's sake, Tom.
You send me a lot of cursed shit, and the amount of content I
do,
churn
you
for
made-
a year.
You said, well, now I'm deaf from the first 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, because I don't have Spotify and it fucking blasts it at full volume on the browser version without a volume slider or some shit.
Have they not send it to you?
No, I can't see it in the DMs anywhere. I've gone quite far back.
Let me go dig it out.
But there you go.
I saw a picture of a Final Fantasy character. Oh, that thing. Like I saw a picture of a Final Fantasy character in Fly Highs that I sent to you, and also my Final Fantasy character.
Oh,
Which
is this when you were having a meltdown because you couldn't get back into your account?
No, this is when I'd finally created my account. I was able to play by ratting the login
Oh, yes.
times.
There you go, Tom. Here's the YouTube version of it.
Thank you. I can't put it on, obviously.
I know
for
you can't,
audio
but
reasons, but
you could always mute the thing and then listen to it.
no. Not while we're talking. Yeah, because I managed to get in and I showed my character to Rebecca, and with the dragon people race, she said my character looked like a whore. I was like, what? No, I really like the dragon people outfit. Like, I really like their racial outfit. It's really cool.
I can see where she got the depiction from, though.
Also, I think she just said that because it's me.
Also possible.
Which, like, pretty much our conversations is usually just me getting bonked for something.
Yeah,
So,
as it should be.
what do you mean as it should be? I'm an innocent boy. I don't do anything wrong.
You can't see it, but I'm pressing my X key.
For my own music, my music for the year, it's going to be a really hard one for me to answer because I tend to, like, every month or two, like, basically completely shift what music I'm listening to. I don't remember most of what I've listened to this year. Most of it typically tends to be anime music, but like the current song that I'm really obsessed with, like, there's probably 3 songs for this year for me which I got big obsessed with. My current one is one called Solar System Disco, which is a Hatsune Miku song.
Oh dear.
See.
I quite like it. It's pretty fun. I only ever listened to it because I mistook it for, or its cover for, another Hatsune Miku song called Alien Alien, which there's a Hololive cover which I really like of it. The thing I find with Vocaloid music myself is I don't like most Vocaloid music unless it's sung by an actual human. And actually, 2 of the songs that are sort of like I've massively listened to this year are Vocaloid songs, but one of them's a cover by an actual human being, so that makes them better. The other 2 songs was Mori Calliope's cover of Roki, which is a Vocaloid song as well. That's a fucking banger, especially when she like gave it English lyrics. Like I got big obsessed with that. In fact, that song is kind of, I think, part of the reason why I started. I think that's why I ended up picking up the keyboard. It's like one of the things that pushed me over the edge to starting a new instrument. Actually, I think. And
Was this when you were still deep into your not VTuber obsession, or?
I was never deep into it. You guys always made it out that I was a lot more into VTubers than I ever was. Like,
I'm sorry, this coming from the person who would consistently bring up people like Gorga when we were just randomly talking.
I did not consistently bring her up.
You very much
You
did.
did. There was at least one mention a week.
Shh.
When I met you, I put a note on your Discord profile that said, "The guy who likes VTubers."
You are literally-
Stop
And
calling
that
me
was-
out like this.
That was
That's
I
unfair.
Yep.
Tom, I met you playing goddamn SpongeBob SquarePants cursed ketamine games.
Oh, Mr. Krabs is on ketamine, yeah.
That's how I met you, and I remembered you for VTubers.
That says a lot about you. I mean, I'd like to point out this. We're saying this. He's literally playing right now VTube Studio. He is trying to become his idol.
I am a
Yeah.
VTuber, to be fair. I need to be
And
on
he did
VTube
sign
Studio.
up for HoloLive, didn't he?
Yeah.
He tried. He failed, but he tried.
No, he signed up again.
Yeah, the auditions
Oh,
are
yeah.
permanently open now, so
Oh my god!
there's no harm in trying.
Is this your big announcement in 10 minutes?
No, it's not. Like, I fully don't expect to get in. Like,
Tom, I haven't
it's
done
always worth
ragdoll
trying, but I
glitches
don't
uh,
with
ever
you.
expect to succeed.
What are you doing to that poor Vortigern?
In the meantime,
What are you doing to him?
I don't know.
the other song that I sort of been big into is another Mori Calliope song, actually, but this was when she did a collaboration with a group called Boogie Vox, and it's her Halloween song Graveyard Shift. Because man, that song fucking slaps.
Tom, I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I friend you on Facebook?
Oh man, yes. Dun, 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 dun. I only know that song because of Mustache.
I only know that song
Which was
because
making a
of
video.
Lisa Simpson on roller skates.
Sorry, what?
Let me see if I can find the video.
Send me that because I
first.
want to watch that post stream. Like, that sounds like a fucking trip. But yeah, that was a song I enjoyed quite a lot this year, but nowhere near enough to ever put it near my top songs of the year that I listened to. I listened to a lot of Divide music. The first half of the year, I listened to a lot of Studio Uraki and I think Amelie still at the time, but I sort of phased away from that. The main
I have an issue.
What's that?
The Colonials are at capacity.
Oh
I
dear.
didn't realise there was.
Apparently there is. I was looking for a tutorial.
Yeah, you do the tutorial once you picked a side because you literally do training at a boot camp.
Once you select a faction, you'll not be able to change it until the end of the current war, which may take several weeks. Are you sure you wish to play this faction?
I don't even know when the
Don't
current
know.
war is supposed to end because the current war has gone on for at least a year in game time.
So I can either A, play as the damned rebels, or as the good old wardens.
Wait, you can play as the rebels separately?
What? No,
Oh,
I was making a joke. Colonials.
oh yeah. Sorry, because they have the partisan system. When you said that, I was just like, huh? They can play as them?
I might actually have to pick wardens because faction's capacity.
Yikes! You're our enemy.
Ufa.
This is like when we were playing fucking Rising Storm all over again.
Oh god, yeah.
Also, Tom,
Charlie
it's time
charging you.
coded to the one before the
Charlie.
actual video.
Okay.
Deploy. Well, I'm gonna try for Colonials and see what happens.
I just heard someone let off the first firework, and it's like 6 minutes to midnight.
Oh,
Hey,
don't worry,
lawyer,
don't
how
worry,
you
only had
doing?
your
Alex.
first
Having a good
firework.
time? I think we had some like 3 or 4 hours ago, but like I sort of mean like the first one to the main event.
We've had consistent for the last 2 hours. I've been watching them flash outside my window.
If I had actually prepared for this stream, if I had if I hadn't stayed up to 4 in the morning doing Idle Blast last night and then slept in all morning to make up for the lack of sleep, and then What's it called?
The button for bayonet.
You have to. I don't actually know how to use the bayonets in that game. You have to equip them. That's all I know. Lawyer, you can link something, but I'll tell you now that Twitch will probably just delete it straight from the chat. I've seen people's links get deleted.
I can always
instantly
pull it
now.
out of mod for you.
Yeah, Joe can always recover it. Go for it. Joe, can you also just preview it just in case?
Yes, I will. No worries.
Cheers, bud.
No.
You don't mean an actual link?
Just do the
Do the
letter
letter
string.
string. Yeah,
Okay.
sure. What's it called? What were we talking about?
Trying to find. I'm trying to
Music.
actually do like training in Foxhole.
Yeah,
It's not.
music. I'm trying to think what other big like major
Oh, yeah.
songs. Most of the big stuff I listen to now is Moroi Calliope. I did really like the
Need to
Cr-
open the plan.
the Christmas song for Sabaton, even though they didn't release it at Christmas time. The Christmas Truce.
The Moors contested.
Like that was a pretty good song. They actually blew the piano up, didn't they, from that video?
Did they?
Yeah, they blew it up and then signed all the pieces, and you could win as a prize, like a signed bit of the piano.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad to see that because it's a nice piano too. And they actually when they literally have to carry it into the open field in the video, I was just thinking those poor bastards probably saw when it got blown up and are mad pissed now.
Mm.
Like, why do we have to
I
carry that shit?
watched it. You would hands down get DMCA'd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from What If,
Okay.
which is a big Disney thing.
I can't put it on stream and yet, but I will check it out post stream. So thank you for sending in. But for big old Disney and that legally I can't put it on just in case my
The
channel
mouse
gets
is
struck.
after him already.
The mouse is terrifying. The mouse
mouse
owns probably
knows.
like a third of the industry in the world at this point. So
Mouse knows all.
Tom, all you have from me lately are just YouTube links. You've got cool bits of music, which I highly rate. Then you've got Lisa Simpson on roller skates, and now you've got fascinating.
I'm feeling up to the basic training.
and we've got 3 minutes to midnight, guys. You
I'm going
excited?
to go in too because I need to go catch COVID with my family.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
gonna read dip as well.
So I'm gonna be the only one to be here
You'll
for
be
the
the only
countdown.
sad child.
I'll be here after.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys like up post countdown want to play some Foxhole and teach me, do.
Depends on what time I
What-
wrap up the stream.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be sat here doing the announcements. Well, I say announcements, the stuff.
So it's basic training. This way. Monument Power. Basic training.
Oh,
Restoration.
the fucking Blebby community is now putting Happy New Year's Eve out.
Tom, for my last video I will send you, it's really cool soundtrack from the unreleased Dead Cells DLC.
I'm surprised they released the soundtrack things for it already.
There go all the fireworks.
Yep, they've already started early, bastards. Nobody knows how to keep.
Command.
Nobody knows how to be punctual these days. I swear.
Need to interact with the base. Base. This base. Soldier supplies.
But no, this year's been interesting, hasn't it, guys? Like, it's had quite a lot of lows, but for me at least, it's had quite a few highs. I don't know about you two.
Okay, I go.
Goodbye, Joe.
Goodbye, Jojo.
Jojo. And let's hide him and his waifu.
The
Oh shit! I've just fucking changed the scene as well. All right, have a good one, Storm. Maybe see you later. Oh man. First there were 3, and now down to 1 as the minutes count. and the seconds count to midnight. We have 15 seconds till midnight here in the UK. People are already letting the fireworks off. I can hear them going mad in the background. But here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year's, motherfuckers! It's 2022 here in the UK. It's 6:59 for you. You've got a long time till your New Year's then. But Happy New Year's. The fireworks are going absolutely crazy now. Oh dear God. So, let me just get that tweet out. Woo. Yeah, I'm a time traveler lawyer. I'm in the future. To be honest, not much different. Somehow everything still is the same. Little concerned. I think we need to send some, I think we need to go to year 2023 already. Right, I'm gonna get out my drawing software so I can get ready to do, pardon me, the announcements that I want to do. Stock info. Shit, everything's down. Sell. Bitcoin's gone under. Don't buy it. Don't touch it. Elon Musk released his own crypto real quick called the Elon coin. And also he released a second one later called Muskie. Neither of them were worth anything and everyone lost all their money. Do not invest. Dogecoin though, only thing going. That's on the up. Please don't invest in Dogecoin. Oh God. Right, let's just get this going real quick. Done. Oh dear. Terrible business advice from me, NanoHound. Let's get a... Actually, no, I can just use my current screen capture, can't I? Spent all my life savings on Elon coin. No! I'm so sorry. You've made a huge mistake. Oh God. Let's go. Where is it? Shit, how do I capture this? I just made 5 million. Hey, nice. Congratulations. You're like one of the 3 millionaires that was made out of it then. Is that one of my dogs? Hey, Charlie. Oh shit, what have you knocked up? How do you do this every time, boy? My dog comes in and he just, Hang on, I'll close the window for you, boy. How about... Oh shit. He knocks down pens every damn time he comes in here. Off on the whiteboard. They're all up and about right now. There we go. My face should work it out. Oh, you forgot your wallet passcode. Big rip. All that money gone. Window catcher. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Oh Jesus, which one of these is it? This one? Yeah, it's okay. And I want to crop that. Oh my god, thank you for pointing that out. It was when I was typing numbers. Yeah, I was saying about the NFTs. Like, it's all well and good them, saying they've got NFTs which are, like, making money, but unless they're the guys making the NFTs, they aren't making money. Because they're, they've just got a very fancy piece of software which they can't sell. And unless someone else buys it, it's not. They don't have that money. Like, they just have something that could potentially make that money if someone manages. There we go. My mic turned off again for some reason. That's weird. Oh, because I typed 9 here. I really should move my mute key off of the number pad. So yeah, this is going to be my chart for the goals for this year. So I started streaming roughly in August this year. Doing it for fun at first, and I kind of half-assed. Let's be real. I've half-assed everything I've done up to this point when it comes to streaming. And this year, I kind of want to turn this around. So I've got a few goals, but this isn't just going to be streaming goals. This is just going to be goals for me overall. So one of my first goals for this year is to get active again, because I have not been, physically active for a little while. Since I finished college, other than my job. So how is this? Okay, thanks. Scuffed in that. So one of the ways I want to get active, I've got a few things I'm looking at. So I want to start running again. Because I haven't been able to do that in a long time because I got hurt, but now I think I can run again. So I want to start with that, get the stamina up, and then I either want to do either MMA or volleyball this year. But I want to try and look for clubs to do those sort of things and pick a fitness to get going again with. Because I am that little bit out of shape, and it'd be nice to do some physical stuff outside of streaming. But as for streaming goals, my first one is to replace my computer. Because right now I'm quite limited on what I can do, because my CPU is not able to actually play any games really now on stream. Which is why we're just doing a just chatting stream tonight, because unless I'm playing on my Switch, which the other guys can't join in with, really, there's not a whole lot we can do. So, first 3 months, I've been putting money together for it, but I've almost got enough funds now, so I should be able to get a replacement very soon. During this time, I also want to start working on a redesign of my VTuber model. So, I actually do like my model, but I'm not particularly happy with my design at the moment, and if I'm going to lean into this, I want to get a new model sort of, designed and squared away, and eventually I want to get that a new model commissioned, which actually goes into the 6 months goals, because it might take some time. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't know how long it's going to take me to settle and design. So I'm going to fit that nicely in the 6 months. So, new VTuber model commission. And I also want to add, during that, artwork and assets. So I want to, work towards getting myself like a proper post screen like post and pre-stream stream screens. I want to get myself a proper overlay, and I want to have like a proper channel banner and channel logo and stuff like that. All this stuff is going to take time and cost money, and I don't know if I'm going to roll it, build it up so that I can deploy it all at once, and then, or whether I do it individually. I'm thinking maybe do it all at once, because one thing I skipped while doing this VTuber stuff, because I just kind of appeared, I skipped out on the whole debut thing a lot of VTubers do, and I kind of want to do a debut stream. So I want to go through and do a proper. I've probably spelled that wrong. Yeah, I have. In fact, I think it's just with the T. Let me just check that real quick. Yeah, I spelled that right now. Yeah, I want to do a debut. They're a mixed bag, but they kind of help build hype for it and that. And I want to. Like, it's kind of an experience thing, you know. I want to do it just because you either get a good hyped community or you get a good viewed debut stream, but fall off immediately after. If I fall off immediately after, it's fine. I don't plan. Well, I don't expect to ever get big. I'm doing this for fun, and so I just want to go through it because I think it'd be a fun thing to do, and it'd be a good way to, like, if I've got all new assets, to introduce everything as a wanna. Let's see, what else do I want to achieve in the first 3 months? Oh, in 6 months, actually. There's another thing I want to do. So I want to actually try and put out a cover song on my YouTube channel. I don't know how I'm going to go about it logistically right now. Because I'm learning instruments. I want to focus some more on my instruments this year. But with that, I'm really unsure as to like how I'm gonna go about this. But 6 months is a long time to work this out and to get a plan down. So I think 6 months is a good time frame for that. So that is going to be, I think, the biggest project on the list is to do a cover song, and that is going to be something I'm working on for the 3 months actually as well. Set up a schedule. This is an important one because I don't really schedule much at the moment. I do technically have a schedule right now, but if I punched a puppy on stream, I would garner a lot of attention. Yes, not the kind of attention I'd want though. And I wouldn't want to punch a puppy. I love them. I love dogs. But
They're his favourite snack.
oh, hey Storm, you actually came back. I was just talking about my girls. I don't know if you've got the stream open or not.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, motherfucker. I'm surprised you guys are back. Well, no, I'm surprised you're back so soon.
I'm back because the damn New Year's thing on BBC is garbage.
Yeah.
I wish I was kidding. They kept interrupting their fireworks display to sing songs.
Oof. I'm just doing my goals for the year. So far, I split it into 4 sections. I've got 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. So
Getting active,
Yep.
running MMA or volleyball.
Yeah. Replace
It's quite the mix.
Yeah, like I want to start running because that's gonna get like my cardio up. I haven't done it for quite a while, so I want to try doing a little bit to get fitter before trying something else. But then I want to either do volleyball or MMA. I'm not sure which. Because I did judo. Not. Oh shit! Hey Chaz, you still out here? Go on then.
Doggo very pogo.
Yeah, dogs are going mad. Not even the fireworks. They're over. I guess my sister's home. Yeah, MMA or volleyball. Like, I did judo not long ago, but I didn't. I think it's just because I was unfit, but I didn't really stick it out. So I want to get a little bit fitter before I do anything like that again. Obviously, replace my computer, which hopefully we'll be able to do very soon. And then in the background, I want to start redesigning my VTuber model. So, and then also set up a schedule for my streams, because that is a big one, you know. Also, one last goal for the 3 months. I want to start networking with other VTubers, because I've been very quiet and not really interacted with the rest of the VTuber community much, apart from the Mr. Foxy Woxy, Sonful, and Nat Lupin, who are people like Fox is our host for Idol Blast, and then Sodden and Nat Lupin are both like fellow members of the Idol Blast team. So they're the other players I play with. I've also briefly interacted with Shinobu Ninfox, but I don't know if he's doing Idol Blast still or not. We haven't heard from him for a while, so that's yet to be seen. But I would like to actually, you know, talk to more VTubers and, you know, network out and play, meet new people and play with new people. Yeah, so that's sort of my 3 months goals. My 6 months goals, I want to get a new VTuber model commissioned, hopefully, and start commissioning artwork and assets for it. So overlays, like post and pre-stream stuff, channel artwork, you know, the stuff would make you look like an actual streamer and not just a pleb with OBS like me.
You are just a pleb with OBS.
I am, yes, but I want to I want to start moving away from that look. And
So you want to give the illusion of competency.
Yes, because so
That's
far,
cringe.
pretty much everything on this channel is made by me, apart from the model. Like, I've done any artwork assets we've seen, pretty much, unless they were
Not true.
like the Jingle Jam charity stuff. You've done your
You
own
haven't
avatar.
done mine.
You've done your own avatar. To be fair, you're not really part of my channel though, in that sense. Like,
Well, I'm so glad to be included.
I've just realised I haven't shown you guys on stream, but you know, like in terms of like,
Where's my waifu, Tom? Bring him back.
he's back. There you go. Like,
I can't see him. Oh, there we go.
you come in a lot, and I'm very thankful for you joining me. But I mean, in terms of like as a channel,
What can I say? I've got high stamina, Tom.
as a channel, obviously, you know, the assets and all that like related to me are done by me. So everything you've seen on the set today is done
I'm
by me.
related to you.
Hey, no, you're not
Yeah.
hiding.
This
Oh,
is
You don't know that, Storm?
Oh God.
I'm pretty sure you're not hiding. 'Cause if
Hey,
Have you ever seen us in the same place?
we've never seen you.
Exactly. Checkmate.
Oh God.
There is
Uh,
also the fact that Heidi has been in calls at the same time as you.
Yeah, but easy to use a voice changer and then just toggle Discord accounts. That's no issue.
You've talked over each other.
Yeah,
Quite a lot.
it's called using a delay. What?
Nutty.
You won't win this argument. But yeah, like
It's
so
not an argument. It's an idiot just repeating
Like-
things and shouting.
I-
Exactly.
you're both. That's literally what you both are right now.
Whatever, weird.
Yeah. So like, I've done a lot of the artwork. I've done music, etc. Like, I am not competent enough at some of these things to be able to do them well enough, and I'm not necessarily motivated well enough to do that as well. So, I'm just gonna throw money at the problem basically and solve it that way. So that's one of my goals. Obviously, right underneath that, VTuber debut, because I never debuted as a VTuber originally. Like, went for the actual process of it. I want to do that because I think it'd be fun, and like with a new model and everything, it'll build a little bit of hype, garner some attention hopefully, and sort of, you know, set because at that point that's kind of how I want to do my new setup. You know, it'd be the marker stone for my step forward from doing this from complete like amateurish to slightly less amateurish, hopefully. If you
So-
get what I mean.
Joe, do you want
Yeah.
to tell him or should I?
Tell me what.
That's not how you spell debut, dipshit.
I googled it.
Dubbed.
Dubbed.
Oh, shit,
How
yeah.
you viewed it? How did you wait? If you know how to spell it, how did you Google it?
Right. The embarrassing thing is, I did Google it. I got the right spelling on Google.
You utter spughead.
Let me just.
And now Tom learned.
So I've just ended my career right here.
That's right, back in the mud with the plebs.
Well,
Hope you
Tom,
get
it's
any-
nice to have you relevant.
See, this is why I have people along to correct my dumbass mistakes.
Just shout at him and say, "Oi, you're wrong."
And then, yeah, at the 6-month mark, I also, at some point, I'm hoping to maybe make
Yo,
my.
Tom, I just noticed something.
Fuck you! Shut up! Let me finish.
No,
Fuck you!
No, I've just
Let me
noticed something.
finish.
It's of utmost important.
What?
Okay. Debut backwards is tubed, and you're a VTuber.
Joe, remember how we talked about this year was last year was filled with like horrific things happening to the human race? Well, I'm about
have
to
you
make.
seen the first?
Well, I'm about to make the first one of this year.
Technically, it's not 2020 in America. Just take him to America and do it there. Then it counts
No,
as last year.
I-
No one can prosecute.
No, I want it for this year. That's not
Also,
how.
Tom, have you seen the? I sent you the first meme I saw on Reddit, and I put it in the general chat.
Let's
This is
have a
the
look.
top of Reddit.
The first meme.
Okay, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Yeah. I think it's a good lens to look through the rest of
Yeah.
2022 with.
Fear, paranoia, and believing that everyone's trying to oppress you. Awesome. Yeah. So no. But as I was trying to say before, I do want to try, if I can, within the first 6 months of this year, release a cover song of my own. Because I kind of want to start moving towards musical stuff, but I'm not skilled or experienced enough yet to really go in to make my own song. I was going to put this actually on my, like, making my own song was going to be a goal for the year, but I don't think that's viable. So I'm going to keep that off the list for now because I don't think that's a viable goal for the year. As much as I'd like to, I just don't have the skills, facility, or knowledge right now. Maybe if we're lucky and the year goes well, you never know. But I'm willing to settle for at least one cover song this year. Hopefully by 6 months. I've only got one 3/4 year goal right now, and that is to hit. Pardon me, not a puppy. Shit, I saw that in the chat again. No, what
It's
is?
a puppy.
No.
Good old Tom trying to get himself cancelled. Not even half an hour into 2022.
2022. So,
Enjoy the
get cancelled on Twitch 2022. Any % speedrun?
No, you've already. Nah, the records. You've already been. You're already well beyond the record, mate.
No, what is it? So is it associate? It's called on Twitch
I don't.
Yeah,
reach-
associate.
to become an associate. I think 9 more months to hit that goal is plenty
I
of time.
think you've got it.
Like I need 16 more followers right now. I know, and my main thing is getting my average view hours up. And 9 months. That's plenty of time to do that. Plenty of time.
9 years in development. Hopefully, it'll be worth the wait.
Yeah, it's gonna come out like fucking Duke Nukem Forever at this rate. This goal list.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be It's gonna be the day that Twitch closes. You're gonna get that email.
Yeah.
Finally reached associate. Yes.
True,
As
true.
Twitch closes down, and
30 years later, when Twitch has gone bankrupt, yes, Nanohound, you have finally become associate. Woohoo! Goes to log into stream. Twitch has now been retired. Thank you all for joining us for all these years and making such an awesome community. Pain.
As it do.
No. I don't think I can think of anything else I want to do as a goal for, like, that is, like, a 9-month time period for it.
give you one, but that'll take you years.
What's that? Go on.
Get a girlfriend.
That's never like we could wait to the heat death of the universe storm. That's not happening. we all know the truth here. That is not going to happen.
They will forever be one step behind me.
True. True. I mean, I did have one in the past, so there is some vague hope.
How far in the past, Tom?
We don't talk about that, Storm.
I don't think preschool counts.
It wasn't preschool. I was 16.
Are you?
Yeah.
Is this one of the ones where you had the weird dreams?
No.
Are we ending this conversation here?
No, we're not having this conversation. If you try this, I will fucking mute you all. This is not a conversation. Also, that was never. Yep, this is not happening.
In other news, Betty White has died.
Oh,
Oh, big rip.
Betty White.
Yeah.
I don't actually know who she is, but
That's one less candidate for you, Tom.
Right, and on that note, 12 months. I got 2 goals that I'll have for the 12th month. One of them can only be achieved on the 12th month. I want to do a recap video or stream for the year. So obviously, that can only be achieved then. From this point onwards, like from the streams this year, I'm going to be taking notes and keeping a document with, you know, funny things that happened or clips or highlights of the year, like good things that happened, bad things that happened, you know. And I'm hoping to either put them together in a video eventually, or we'll just go over it on a stream, like just before the end of the year, and talk about how well or how bad the year's gone. I think that's a nice little way to end off a year. And the other thing I want to do in a 12-month special is, in 12 months' time, is I kind of want to do some sort of Christmas special, maybe like a quiz or something. Just some sort of Christmas event. Like,
how about this? You could do a stream. You could do a quiz for the really dedicated viewers, where it's all questions about things that you've done throughout the year, and there's monetary incentive for them to actually watch.
1, I don't have that kind of money. 2, even I wouldn't be able to get that quiz correct. So actually, I don't need money.
Exactly.
Oh, no. Actually, no, I know one other thing to include. If Jingle Jam is open to the public again next year, because Jingle Jam is hosted every year, I'd like to participate in Jingle Jam again.
Fair enough. Why the fuck is Doug Claw MacArthur still here?
Because he's your waifu for New Year's.
Yeah. You guys got some girlfriends tonight, so...
Yeah. That's a success for Tom.
No, it's not. It's a failure for me again, because I didn't get one.
No, Tom, because it's all about that Sigma grind set, isn't it?
Yeah, the Sigma male grind set. So
What
what you guys don't realize is you two are my waifus right now.
Please cease immediately.
Nope, you are now mine. Thank you very much. Yeah, he ran. No, Joe ran. No, I've been abandoned. 30 minutes in and I've already lost friends. Jesus. But yeah, these are this is my goals for the years, guys. I'm hoping to be able to stick to this, and I'm going to be posting this on Twitter. I hope you guys have had a pretty good New Year so far, actually, because mine's been pretty enjoyable considering, and I hope you've enjoyed the stream so far. But I think it's time, with everyone running off. Joe,
Hey,
go back in the box.
Both me and Sitsy Pass are leaving, not just me.
Oh shit, yeah, sorry, I better click. Since Pat has left the building. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Yes, with me all alone, I want to thank you guys who have been watching tonight, and anyone who's been a follower since I've started, or like any time this year, because this has been a lot of fun for me to actually start streaming. I'm hoping to go a lot stronger into next year, but it has meant a lot to me for every single... Joe, fuck off. Alright, I'm just going to disconnect from the Discord real quick, sorry. Let me do this again. So, yeah. Everyone who has joined me this year, I am incredibly thankful for all of you who've watched, whether it's even just for 30 seconds, like, it's done a lot for me. For anyone who helped donate when we did our charity stream this year during December, and for anyone who's followed, like everything that you guys have done has meant quite a lot to me. Like I'm just doing this for fun, but this has definitely helped boost my confidence in a way, and it's definitely made me feel a lot better. Especially because I started streaming when I wasn't feeling too great, and it's really helped sort of bring me to a better place. So thank you guys all for watching tonight or watching whenever you. I hope to see you again in this following year, in a much stronger, better state. And I hope it can go on, make you guys laugh more. And I hope to see more of you joining. So, on that final note, I have been NanoHound. This has been 2021, now into 2022. Enjoy your New Year's. For those of you who haven't made the shift this year, have a good night, and I hope to see you in the next stream. Goodbye.